Usually you pay for PPV, but this is free and this is real TV. Grab your cup, pour that drink, roll that blunt, and tell us what you think. Commas come pouring in, women be exposing, man. Fellas start to open up, shorties feeling down the fuck. It's a safe place, spill that tea. That cup is hot, don't let it fall on me. And the stage you keep it funky, might speak for she think. Val from the BX, don't even try stink. Eva keep us humble, she consider your feels. And Tati got 3 kids, you better pay them bills. Time is money, make sure your clock is right. Sliding in DMs, you make sure your stock is tight. Ladies, they gonna tell you if you ain't rocking right. I'm telling you, dude, don't end up on top of tonight. It ain't all jokes, get serious too. If I can help what happened to me, not happen to you, it makes it worth it. Let's get drunk on purpose. Start telling stories we would never tell in person. It's real TV.
Welcome to T.E.A.V. Shout out to everyone listening.
Hey,
and tuning
y'all.
in.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, how are you, ladies?
Doing good.
Hi, ladies.
Good
How
to
you
hear.
been?
Good.
Cold.
Everything's good. Cold. That part.
Yeah.
Welcome to T.E.A.V. If this is your first time. We are here every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern, spilling the tea. We talk about everything and anything. There's no filter here. Love to connect on just a lot of different topics and a lot of things that everyone can relate to. So my name is Anastasia. Always
My name is Eva.
Yeah.
And I'm Eva the Diva.
And as always, large people let me Matt, guys. It's okay. It's all right. We'll
It's
get it one
Saturday.
day. We'll get it one day.
You can follow us on YouTube at TV. Go hit that subscribe button. We're also on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, all under TV, T.E.A.V. And let's get into it. Last week's episode was really a good episode. If you haven't watched that, actually you can go listen in on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. All the episodes get uploaded afterwards. Last week was really interesting. And this week we're gonna get into besties or not.
Ooh, juicy.
It is a juicy topic.
It is.
We waited to do this one, but I feel like
Yeah.
it's necessary.
Definitely. I would say
sure.
so. I guess the big question is, now we're all adults now, right? And
Mhm.
relationships change over years and things of that nature. But where you are in your life, what kind of friend is it you need or want?
That is such a question that makes you think.
It definitely does. I had a friend of mine ask me this not too long ago, and it was like, huh.
Yep.
And then I
It
started
gets your
to
wheels turning.
describe something, and it was like, I guess I want someone like me.
It's for sure. I
Yeah.
agree. I
I
definitely
mean,
see that.
if y'all ladies want to explain your answer, y'all can go.
Go ahead, you.
Okay, so I kind
Oh,
of agree in a sense with Val. I mean, I think it's just a matter of, where I'm at in my life right now.
Mhm.
I want someone like-minded. I want somebody who has the same loyalty. Someone who I know that at the end of the day, I can pour my heart out to somebody and let it stay between us.
Mhm.
Or somebody who's just genuinely happy for me. Because I've
That
kind of
part.
seen that change throughout the time as well with
Right.
friends, and that kind of has distanced me and certain friends apart. Y'all know, I love everybody. I just love. But when I feel like I'm not getting that same back, what I'm giving, I now will just step back.
Right.
I now will just kind of like not even bother with it. I'll just be like, all right, cool. Like, I get it. I'm not going to be, and I feel like I came to a place where I'm like, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to keep glowing. Whether you want to come with, that's on you. I can't force you. I can't pull you with me. You're an adult. It is what it is. At some point in our life, I guess we will meet again. And hopefully then we can still get together and continue glowing. But if not, that's cool too. Everybody has a different journey, a different path of their lives, and I'm focused on mine. So it's like I want somebody who's like-minded. I feel like I'm talking about a guy. I'm trying to
But
describe a
your
Well,
person.
friends, your
similar, though.
friends are just as important, are important relationships, just
Yes.
like a partner relationship. So it's not surprising that a lot of the characteristics would be what you find in guys.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
And
saying that you need a friend like you. That's a friend that you need right now in this point of your life.
I would say so. I would say so because I feel like I had a really close connection with a friendship.
Mhm.
And if you're watching, hi, I love
Well,
you. But it was one of those things that, for whatever reason, happened at that moment. We distanced ourselves, but I really did take that as a breakup. I
Hmm.
remember crying, like I was bawling my eyes out, like I literally just broke up with somebody, like the love of my life.
Oh,
And I was so hurt because I didn't understand. I didn't understand what was going on. Why were you mad at me? Why? And I just cried and I was like, what
were
the hell? It
you
was kind of like
was
mourning it.
were you older or young?
This was maybe a couple years ago.
Oh,
mm.
okay.
And it hit me hard, because it's been like a long time type of friendship. And
Right.
now it's like I kind of see certain things differently. We still talk. Well, we mend things or whatever, we talk. But
Hmm.
as time now changed, I also did feel some other changes happen. And that relationship that was is not the same, but it's there.
Right. Yeah. I think for me, when I think about the type of with where I am in my life now, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me personally, first of all, let me say this. Anyone who I've ever called a friend will always be a friend. I will always love you whether we talk or not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never hold, I'm not the person to hold grudges. I'm not the person to stay mad. I'm not the person to, like, I'm not going to give all your secrets away just because we don't
Right.
talk no more. I'm not that person. I will always have love for you. We've shared a time together where it was meaningful. And sometimes I realize there are some friendships that are there for a certain amount of time and then they move on and life
First,
happens and things change. So I've come to accept those types of changes and there's no love lost for me. I
right.
understand people may not feel the exact same way. They don't fuck with me. It's cool. But um for good or bad, I will always love anyone that I've ever called a friend from when I was a child to now. It's never changed. Um and I've gone through, I think the only time I really cried or like felt it was probably when I was a child. I was much younger. My best friend, who I'd known since like first grade, and then we stopped being friends in junior high school. And I took that more emotionally, but not to say that as an adult, when I separate with friends or things happen or we grow apart amicably, in those situations, I've never felt that pain like I did the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, it still affects me. I still feel sad. I still miss them, but I don't know if it's because I went through that once. I don't put myself in that situation again, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I learn and grow, but definitely for me right now, I would like someone. I'm not a needy person,
Mm-hmm.
and because of where I am, I'm very goal oriented in my life right now. I would need someone. I would want someone who isn't a needy friend. Doesn't get mad if I don't call you or if I don't include you on something that I wasn't thinking about with you, kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. And needy friends is difficult for me to maintain where I am in my life. So that's definitely something I thought about. Um, and then as I thought more into it, it's basically someone who has minimal expectations.
Mm-hmm.
We reciprocate each other's, uh, love, and I don't have to speak to you every day to know that there's love there. So I have relationships, long-term relationships with many people, males and females, that I may not speak to every day. I may not know what's going on in your life every day, but when I do speak to you, there's no love loss. We're there. We're picked up exactly where we left off, and we got a whole bunch of shit to talk about, and let's catch up for a bit. Um, I like those relationships.
Right.
I like that rather than someone who needs to be daily. because it's harder for me to keep up with that with where I am in my life. I'm sure that will change at some point, but unfortunately, it's tough right now. So, yeah.
That's the
What
other
about you,
thing
Anna?
too, is like as an adult, like you only have so much time.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, I could kind of relate to that. I think the more that I've thought about this question, the more that my answer changed.
Yeah, right. It
Uh,
does change because your
yeah,
mindset changes.
and I think too,
Mhm.
what plays a part is that I always have to remind myself that I can't expect things of how I would be to my friends, right? Like how I treat
Yeah,
them, how I care, and I
that goes
would
into
want
minimal
to,
expectations.
yeah. So like I would want someone that is similar like me to be a friend like that because sometimes I need that those specific things like someone that's understanding just listening to me because my life lots of ups and downs but then I like my peace when I'm not talking to anyone so back to like what Val said, not having to like have to talk every day
Mhm.
is possibly something that I could be okay with now in my life at this point.
Mm,
Before, like I would talk to my friends every day. Even
right,
if it's like a couple messages or we have a group chat or whatever, like we're still communicating in some shape or form.
right. I have too. I'm not saying I haven't been in that situation. It's just,
Yeah. But what's changed from there is what's happened after those friendships or what happened that those friendships are not no longer there that now has
yeah,
changed my mind to
Mm.
have that daily communication.
yeah.
But okay, so are you guys basing it off of like just friends in general, or like your best friends? Because best friends, I have like
I think it's a
I don't have
combination.
best friends anymore.
that's like a
I,
barely a
I,
hand.
I quite frankly, I think there are some friends that are closer than others, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
I think I have strong relationships with certain like I have different relationships with different people. Like I know this is the friend I could talk to about this. This is the friend I know won't even deal with that. Like I have different relationships with people. If I want to hear the truth, like people know they come to me when you want to hear the truth. If you don't want to hear me, I'm not the one to talk to, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
However, as cheesy as it may sound, my best friend that I in my most recent years as an adult was m- my boyfriend or whoever I was with at the time.
Mhm.
And
It's not cheesy because that was me.
yeah,
Okay,
and
so
Those are
how
my
does
best
that
friends.
play a part with your other friends?
it doesn't play a part with my other friends. It's separate. I mean, I think that's one thing for me to categorize a best friend, my partner.
Mhm.
I would want my partner to be my best friend, you know, and it doesn't impact my relationships with any of my real diehard friends, kind of thing.
Mhm.
So,
I wish I could say that. I don't even have that. Like I have you guys, but
oh,
But
that's it.
that's different.
we
Yeah.
love you.
That's different.
But that's
I
it.
mean,
Literally, I don't think at any point in my life ever that I've been like this now. Like literally no one besides
And you know
really,
what? I was talking to somebody else about this too, and it's I think you get to a point in life where you're like okay being alone,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
and you actually enjoy it, and you're
Mhm.
actually
I've
like
been there.
I'm cool
I
being
live
alone.
in that space. That's my
Yeah.
space. I live there.
Yeah.
You're good being alone. Of course, there's times that, lonely comes about just the feeling, but
Right.
good being
Right.
alone, good doing things alone. Yeah, 100%. I think that's why I was a little like hesitant with doing this episode because I know it's going to get into some details. But I think it's important to be expressive and talk about that
Yeah.
how you feel with friendships and how you have to have boundaries and put your foot down and how you're not going to be treated even as a friend. It's
Yep.
similar to relationships and it's very important because I feel like it still affects you the same way
Yeah.
on a
I
mental
agree.
on
I
a mental.
I think I could say I have like very, like I said, handful of
Mhm.
best friends. Like when I say handful, that's including y'all too. Like I'm being serious. But you know, for example, you know, can't disclose too much info, but with the new adventure, right? There was, one person who was like, definitely, I'm in it. Let's go. And that person was there from point A to point Z. Like they were
Right.
there all the
Mhm.
way. Never, questioned me. Never like
super
Doubt
supportive,
anything. It
bro.
was just literally like, let's go.
Yeah.
No questions asked. And it's who I am.
Hmm.
So that the fact that the person, my friend, can give me that, it's so reassuring.
Appreciate it.
Yes, it's so reassuring that, the friendship that I'm putting out is not going in vain. And that
No,
it is somebody does love me back how I love them, right?
Yeah.
But with that being said, it's like I feel kind of like piggybacking what Tashi said, being alone sometimes it comes with the territory, with allowing certain people in your circle.
Hmm.
Because it comes to a point where like a lot of this is happening and I'm not with it. Never have, never will.
I think that's be friends with females.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
I
a
mean,
lot of females. Like you can have a few, but when
Yeah.
there's like a lot more, then it just becomes
There's a lot.
a little bit
I
too much.
haven't gone through that he said, she said in school when I was a kid.
That's where it's acceptable.
Yeah.
I don't entertain the he said, she said as an adult. I think I have relationships with people, and this is another thing that I think that people tend to misconstrue. If I get along with you, Eva, and I get along with you, Anna, but you guys didn't like each other, I shouldn't be forced to have to choose. I can have my relationship separate with Anna. I can
I
have my
agree.
relationship separate with Eva.
Yeah.
And I have friends who's like, why you fuck with that bitch if I don't fuck with her? And it's like, because it's not about you. It's my relationship with her has nothing to do with you, kind of thing.
I
So
agree.
I
But
know
not
people
everybody
say,
accepts that.
oh,
I
I
mean,
know not everybody accepts that. It's just
yeah.
more about setting certain boundaries because I would not allow Anna to talk about Eva and I would not allow Eva to talk about Anna. That has nothing to do with you and I keep that completely separate. But you're not going to come to me and talk shit about her because I'm not going to allow it, kind of thing.
But you're the person though that you put that boundary.
Exactly. That's
Some
the
people
difference there.
don't know how to put that
Yeah,
boundary.
exactly.
Right.
And let's say if the situation was different, right? And like I was friends with you and I'm not friends with Anna, but I know that you like to run your mouth.
Right.
So at that
Exactly.
point, I'm going to let you be, but I'm going to see myself out.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to confront you. I'm not even going to say it. Like, I just like, cool. It is what it is.
Yeah. This is where
your
it's
friendship.
important.
I'm stepping out.
It's important to know who you're dealing with. That's the thing. And if you can't trust your friend, then you shouldn't be talking to that person. And it's time to distance yourself away because for your own self.
The person wasn't the problem. It was that friendship in the first place.
Exactly. It's not that's the thing that I always say this. I'm like, yo, if you can't trust me, I completely respect it. Then there's nothing to really talk about here. So I think that's one of the biggest things. And because I'm that person where I also know my friends that I know you're the type to join in the shit talking then. So I know there's but so much I would tell you. There's but so much I would open up. So I put certain restrictions in certain relationships and know how to divide that up kind of thing.
And talking about shit talking. So let's get into like, all right, let's say you have a best friend and you're over here, talking all the shit that you've gone through and personal stuff that you're telling them. And then you hear it from their significant other back to you.
Oh, that pillow talking. Pillow
How do you answer
talking.
that?
I don't like it, but I know women do it.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on the individual, there's certain things I'm willing to tell them.
I'm stuck.
Here's the thing,
I'm trying to think if I've done it.
I think we all have at some point or another, maybe at things that weren't as serious as other things in one way or another because you're talking to your partner, right?
Yeah.
We all do it in some form or another. But there's certain things that shouldn't be said. There's certain things that you need to hold to your chest. And this is where you should know your friend. I know she's not going to be able to hold her mouth shut with this one. I won't tell her about this.
Which I find is messed up because
it
if
is
it's your best friend, right? You should be able to
this
say
is
everything.
why I don't have best friends. I have not that I hate the term best friend. It's difficult for me to say anyone is my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have people I love dearly. I consider them like a sister. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So let's say
even sisters fight.
But yeah, let's say it's them. You talking about some personal stuff.
When me and Tati fought, I cried.
You did?
I did.
No,
I was
I'm saying you
so
fought.
mad.
I didn't know you fought.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, like, it's one of those things. It's kind of
So
like
girly.
Val said, right? It's kind of like what Val says. So it's like when sisters fight, it's like if you get butthurt. I was butthurt, and then when like I saw her again, I was like, I love you, like, you know, like.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that when you fight like that, then misunderstandings or whatever things, and you can fix it. That's perfectly fine. But when certain things are very, very deep impacted,
yeah,
sometimes there's no coming back from
I think
that.
it's disrespectful if I talk about something to you and your boyfriend comes to me and talks to me about what I
Well,
spoke.
he's a bitch because why the fuck is he
that
talking
part.
about it? And see, if I know my man can't hold water, then don't fucking give him the water to hold.
That part.
Exactly. And at that, so and in that instance, is like, is it wrong if you come out your face for that?
Nah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, and your friend should respect it because that's her fault. You shouldn't have opened your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I respect it. You know what? You're right.
Look,
There's certain shit I shouldn't tell this motherfucker.
I've
And
experienced.
he's sleeping on the couch.
Nah, he's not sitting on the couch. He probably won't get no ass.
Nah,
I still need to cuddle.
And I think because it never happened before, I was literally like in shock, like, what the fuck? And I didn't know how to react at first.
But was it something like, oh, you know, Tashi got a tattoo on her
No. It was literally
back or something? Or was
personal.
it like, yo,
It was personal.
You're not gonna feel a way about something that light.
Yeah, I wouldn't care about nothing else. If I have a conversation with you and it's between me and you about a personal way I feel about my feelings to you, which I already don't express myself like that to people. So I'm expressing myself to you because you're my best friend about something that I'm bothered by, and then I hear it from your boyfriend to me.
Nah, that he wrong. He's for that.
Wrong. But
So,
she's
sorry.
wrong too, because
I had
like Val said, if she knows who her man is,
happened, I didn't know how to react. And
right. Of course you don't know. Like, bro, mind you, what?
It'd be wrong if I wall out right now. Like, this is
nah, you're not wrong.
I was talking to myself,
Yeah.
like,
You're not wrong.
what?
That motherfucker.
What did he just write me? What? Like, it was that. And then that's when, when you take like a piece of glass and then you just like chip a little bit at it, right? And it's not the same anymore. And it was like that. It was like, wow, the one person
I can't even tell
I
you
always
shit.
trusted, right? And never had a second guess in my mind. Literally would trust my life. That this moment right here just showed me a whole different you.
I get it.
And I think that hurt more than anything. It was like, what?
Do you, looking back, do you now see maybe where the disconnect happened, or what really happened, or why was it that she felt so comfortable talking about your personal business to somebody else?
Probably because it had something to do with him. But even still.
Hold on, we got a comment. Nancy says, I will say, as a man whose girl basically tells her everything, there's nothing that she ever tells me that I'm a repeat or bring up unless it's brought up around me or to me. Facts.
Exactly.
Shouldn't be saying anything at all.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have an opinion. You just listening to your girl. Like,
exactly.
and that
let us vent.
Is different.
Because I get it, right? We all speak to our partners, whatever happens. And then if you have a boyfriend, they're like one of the girls, you're like, oh babe, you don't even know what the fuck happened today. This and this person did this, right? But they're not gonna repeat it. And it was the point of, I spoke to you something in confidence between me and you because I felt some type of way. And that's the relationship we have, that where if I'm bothered, I'm gonna express it to you and we'll figure it out.
Was her boyfriend like also part of like the friend circle?
No, this is new. It was new at the time, I should say. What?
Fuck that motherfucker. He a bitch.
Fucking
he a bitch.
Like,
and he needs to own up to the fact that he a bitch and shouldn't be telling him some certain shit.
So,
period.
So that's why I think
that
is like, I think that's not okay. Like, all right, whatever you talk about to your friends, of course you're gonna express to your significant other things, right? Because that's your other best friend. But in no way, shape, or form you should go repeat that to their friends.
Yeah.
Or have a conversation. That's not your place. Whatsoever. I don't care what the topic is about.
That's on him more than her. Even if it is about him, he got to take that on the chin and keep it moving. Facts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It should probably be one of those things that goes through one ear and comes out the other.
See,
exactly. Like
the man I'm fucking,
you know how
the man I'm fucking, the man I'm sleeping with, the man I'm dealing with, the man I'm with. I should trust with my life, right?
Yep.
So if I'm gonna tell you something, it's
That
not
means
for
you
you to go
taking this shit
repeat, you
great.
dumbass. Like, what is wrong with
It
you?
should
Why
be
would
one
you
of
do
those
that?
things that you don't listen to, like when we tell you what to get at the grocery store and you forget. It should be one of those things.
And come
Right.
back with the wrong shit. Like,
Yes.
Like, why are you
You remember
repeating
the
that?
wrong things.
He pulled a bitch move.
yeah. So it
Hugo
was
says,
Hey,
absolutely. If your
Hugo.
partner tells you something, you're like a therapist. Stay within those four walls unless you're told otherwise. Facts.
exactly.
If it's not causing your partner
Mhm.
harm, there's no reason for you to say shit.
Yeah.
Right.
And at that time, I didn't say anything about it, like, because this was in my DMs. I didn't bring it out to her.
Mm.
Nah, you should have said something.
I didn't because, and now that I look back, right? Because like I'm in my 30s, but every day I'm still growing. I'm still
Right.
learning how to be better compared to how I was younger. Because younger, I'm ready to go in seconds, right? And I've worked on being patient and worked on trying to look at the situations on an outside perspective,
Mm-hmm.
jumping in like automatically, right? Even if I'm
Mhm.
wrong, right? It's taking accountability, even if I'm the wrong one.
Right.
And at that moment, I didn't know how to react because if I did react, it would have been me going ham
Mm-hmm.
because I was so taken back.
Right.
And I think at that moment, I didn't want to already put more, not, I don't want to say like damage, but just more stuff in the friendship because of that. So I kept it to myself because what I
Put
realized
more wood on the
sometimes,
fire.
yeah,
Yeah.
because the issue at the time was it's like, sis, you're not seeing the bigger picture right now that you just met this person and now they're just taking control of your whole entire life. So no
Hugo
matter what I would
says,
say,
Hugo has a question. Hold on, hold
yeah.
on. He came to you on the sly about it?
So I was sending messages out because I was doing something for her birthday, right? A nice,
Mm-hmm.
like something she didn't know about, and I wanted something different, not like a, you know, a gift that you go and buy out. I'm like, okay, what would be more personal? Because
Okay.
I'm just that type of person, right? I like to think outside the box,
Mhm.
like what would really mean a lot to them. So I was putting a gift together, which I was getting letters from everybody,
Mm-hmm.
of people that
Oh,
were in her life, of what did they mean, what did she mean to them in their life,
Okay.
right? And they were writing it out.
you're so nice.
Right.
And when I messaged him about it, I was like, "Hey, I need this letter by this date. I want to make sure that I have it, right? Because I was putting them in cards for each year of her birthday." And he's like, "Oh yeah, cool. I'm gonna send it to you." Next message. Oh, and I wanted to tell you this, that, and the third. Boom, 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 boom. And I just stared at my phone like, "What the fuck?"
Wow.
So that's what happened, Hugo.
Nah,
Yeah.
he
So,
definitely
and
overstepped,
I didn't talk about it. I left it at that.
and it then changes your relationship with your friend.
A lot
That's
changed.
that
A lot changed.
that shows that's a red flag to me with this
Mhm.
man. To
Yeah,
me, that means he's a problem, and he did it on purpose to cause such a problem.
Friction.
but did not
Yeah.
knowing how I would react because he didn't know me, right?
No,
So
he didn't
that,
Right.
and
need to
that's the
know,
thing.
but there's certain things you just don't do.
It
He
was something
knew,
that didn't concern him at all.
Yeah, it
unless
didn't
he's
Or
concern me
trying.
to talk to me about. So
Right, but the thing is, he also knew there would be a reaction, and it wasn't his place to say nothing.
yeah,
Period.
there would
So
be,
I feel
and I
like
didn't
that's
get
more
to
of a
that
way of
react.
him controlling.
or do you think maybe he wanted to kind of plant that seed to have them not be friends?
Absolutely,
I
it's controlling.
mean,
Men know what
Mm-hmm.
they. He knew
probably
what he was
considered,
doing.
'cause right now we're
He
not.
knew what he was
Uh,
doing, bro.
What?
I wouldn't say not, but
Wait.
it's not. We don't communicate anymore. And we'll
Oh
get
yeah.
into, yeah, we'll get into other aspects of friendships. And I think this,
Mm-hmm.
and this is why I like, and this is why I love that we have this platform, right? Because as much as we want people and we let everybody know, hey, this is a safe space. Times that you're
Right.
uncomfortable about things, but I think you could be more comfortable if we ourselves are opening up about personal stuff that we don't even talk about. So
Mm-hmm.
because I'm sure there's a lot of other people that have gone through the same thing, and here we are. You know, we're being ourselves. We're and open. And if you
Yeah.
have questions, you can ask. And so you maybe you could be comfortable about sharing your similar story. So there's
That was. I
I can't
heard
see
what you
that.
said
So
about me, and I'm here trying to establish his own presence. Okay. That was what he tried. He
that
tried to
part.
say. He tried to say, "I'm here. I heard what you said about me." Fuck that. Fuck that. He ain't shit, and she ain't shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, anybody knows
At the end of the day, everybody is in their own right to have an opinion about a person. The thing is that if it was such an issue, his girlfriend should have said something, not him.
Yeah. Agreed.
But anyone that knows me knows that I will tell you to your face. All right,
That
you heard
part.
me say that. I'm gonna say it to you then now, since you're bringing it to me. Like, don't try to come with receipts. Don't try to do nothing. That I'm gonna tell you, yes, because that's what I said about you. Okay,
Mhm.
and
So let
whatever.
me. I want to. I don't want to devalue that, but I
Nah,
want to ask now because it kind of ties in a little bit. Have you ever been put in a position where your friend asked you to talk to a guy or someone that she was dealing with on their behalf?
I can say no.
I gotta think about this. Hold on.
I think I can say no.
Okay.
Because I feel like when my friends have had issues with their guys, like they kind of just come to me for like that girl time,
Right.
and that's that.
Here's the thing. I think all of us as women, right?
Mhm.
When we talk and vent amongst each other, we're
Mhm.
talking about the negative and the bad shit all the time.
Yeah.
Right? We're talking about the shit that pissed us the fuck off. We
Mhm.
ain't talking about how, oh, he's so great. Oh my God,
Right.
I just love him so much. No, it's about this motherfucker pissed me the fuck off. And this is what he did, right? That's what we do. So if I'm here to listen to that shit, why the fuck would you think I'm gonna go fucking talk to him for you? If you can't talk to this motherfucker, then why are you with him?
I think that's the biggest take from that.
I think, but
He
now
can't
that
talk to your person.
yeah,
I'm
I
not
see
gonna
other-
mediate for you. It's not my place to.
That's
see
We're
other-
adults, bro.
I see other.
I think maybe in
conversations.
high school, yeah, but
Somebody
not
asked
now.
me once, and I think only because I was friends with both of them, they were like,
Mhm.
"Oh, can you go talk to them for me?" And I'm like, "Bro, like you gotta talk for yourself." Like,
Right. I think as children, who
I
does
don't.
that? We're
Wait, what does
teenagers
that
then.
say?
Real men know making sure your shorty's besties fuck with you is the most important thing. So whenever y'all go through it, they go to bat for you, not against you.
That part.
No one should ever talk to the other sex for anyone. Shoulder to cry on, you know the rest. Exactly.
Yep.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yep.
I have a friend who still holds it against me, and our relationship is strained because of me refusing to speak up at certain points that I felt did not concern me.
So
And
he was mad that you was not with it to talk to her, man.
correct.
What the?
Hey yo, what the fuck?
So with that said, the dispute is that I don't compromise, and if someone is asking me to do something for them, that why wouldn't I as a friend, and that I hold no loyalty. I'm like, what?
My loyalty is for you, not your
No,
man.
exactly. What the?
It's crazy to me. Like I'm like, bro, I would never ask you to fucking talk to any of the motherfuckers I dealt with. I would never put you in
Yeah.
that position because it's none of your business. One, and if they don't
Deval freeze. She
Yeah.
froze.
Yeah. Now, she'll come back in, but that's crazy though. Like,
It's just one of those things where I feel like, why would you want? I just don't get it. Why would you want somebody else trying to talk and make amends with an issue that you have going on with your partner?
exactly.
No one should ever talk to the other sex for anyone. Oh, it's the same one.
And it's crazy too. It's like you're sending someone to talk to your man, but then what if your man is like, "Oh my God, you're so understanding," and then try to do some shit? Then what?
He said, Nasty said, women will tell their friends all the bad and never the good subconsciously because they don't want their female friends knowing how good their man is. There is some truth to that, though.
Yeah.
There is some truth.
Yeah.
I want to say, like, I want my friends to know how amazing my guy is, but at the same time, my immediate circle.
Not everybody.
Everybody else is
yeah,
like, y'all can have your own guesses and suspicions or whatever it is that you want. Opinions. It really doesn't phase me. Doesn't really matter. My relationship is my relationship.
yeah.
And
the
you
same
and
for
you know
guys, though too, because I be hearing certain guys be telling other guys or showing them, certain things about their girlfriend, and then be
I'd be
surprised,
mad.
and then be surprised if your boys is trying to
Trying
get
to
them
holler.
on the low. Exactly. So why are you gonna be surprised?
You know what's funny? Now that you brought that up, I hope not, but but I did have somebody, an ex's cousins, try hollering
Your
after we were
ex's
done.
cousins?
After we was done.
I'm not surprised. I don't even be surprised when it be any of their friends or anybody their family member.
But I'm like, ew, why? Like I legit at that point, like me and the guy had nothing to do anymore, but
Mhm.
I still screenshotted it and I sent it to him. I was like,
Oh, you showed him?
Right.
yeah,
Now you good.
Daniel the Great.
Damn, she was going off on the wrong moment. No, I'm so sorry. That I don't even remember what I was saying. Damn it.
No, you were talking about how that she was upset, right? That you didn't go talk to her man, and that's not your place.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty
You don't-
much. It's just I just don't. I would never ask any of my friends to do that for me. I don't want them to either. Like, mind your business. Understand that I talk to you because I'm venting, not that I need you to get involved. Now, if it's
Right.
something against that's hurting me or something that's gonna be an issue that I need,
What is it?
you know, men
Yeah.
will tell their boys about how they cheat on their girl and dogging her, and those same dudes will use that to get with shorty to try to bag. Niggas ain't shit. Yeah, niggas ain't shit
That
too.
Oh.
part.
Like, yo, he
Nasty's on
played
point.
you,
Oh,
ma. He
you
played
don't
you,
know what
ma.
your
You
man
don't
really
do
be
that.
doing.
I'll
I
treat you
wouldn't
better.
treat you. Yep.
That ain't I ain't shit.
Bro.
People ain't shit.
You
That's-
know what? That's why I don't trust anybody. When I'm in a relationship, and Tasha, you know this.
Oh, that's a good point, Nasty. I don't know
It's
if y'all saw
just
this one.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
I
I
missed
have
it.
when I'm in a relationship, like I ain't talking about my relationship.
You got to be careful who you talk about it to.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm talking
this
about
is
my
You got to
relationship.
be careful who you talk about it to. And that's the thing. Like
my
that goes
thing is
even when you have a best friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that you don't agree with who they're with
mhm,
or how they behave or treated. Is it
mhm.
Have that
okay to
happen?
express that? But is it okay to express that to them? And if you do, what happens if they don't accept what you're saying and it becomes like an argument and now they start to pull away?
Can
I'll
I
take
answer
the
that? I'm
Yeah,
like, wait a
Val,
minute. I've been in that one.
go Val.
No, go ahead. You go first. You go first because I
No, I
talk
was
too
gonna
much.
No, I was gonna say that's definitely happened.
Mhm.
But as y'all know, I got no filter when it comes to shit. Like, I'll be honest, you
Mhm.
know, and I'm not being honest or I'm not trying to be like upfront with shit, like trying to be hurtful,
Mhm.
but more because sometimes, and it's because also it's happened to me where I've been told, and I'm just
Okay.
so blinded that I don't want to see it.
All right. So first part, how did you feel when you were told about your relationship then?
I was like, what are you talking about?
Mm.
That's not. No, you don't even know him. You
Mm.
got it confused. You this, you that, right? But
Mm.
then when I do it, it's when I can say that I'm looking from the outside in,
Mhm.
right? So it's more of like, okay, so like Val, if it was with you, right? And I know your history with, relationships and trauma, right? And I see certain red flags that maybe you're not seeing at the moment. I'm like, yo, Val.
Which wouldn't happen with me, but I get what you're saying.
Right. No, I know. It's like, Val, like, do you not see the similarity here?
Mm.
Like, are you not putting these two together? Like, do you not remember when this happened before? Like, do you not, like, you know what I mean? And I'll kind of put it out like that for
Right.
you to see it and understand it. If you say no, I'm like, all right, cool. Because I do have, and I firmly believe that sometimes, believe it or not, you just have to go through your own shit to fucking understand it yourself.
True. Nasty says people get
And
upset when it's time to take accountability. I'm going to stand on what I said. You can hate it or love it. You want a friend or a follower.
that part. What
like
Eva
Friend or
sipping?
What Eva sipping? She tipsy at 1 p.m. Hawaii time.
No, I'm not
That's
Hawaii
funny.
time nasty. That's Tati, but
That's
Yeah.
funny.
yeah.
Nah, I think To add to that, so I know women, we tend to be blinded when we're so into it, and then when a narcissist comes in the picture, you don't see all
The
the red flags, bro.
gaslighting and all that.
Right? Unfortunately, a lot of women don't see. I'm like, bro, this isn't Six Flags.
I've
Run.
been
Like,
there.
let's not ride this ride, please.
I've been there,
Um,
bro. Put your
I
hands
know
up in the air. Enjoy it.
listen, for me, I'm I guess because of my level of self-awareness, I don't normally entertain the red flags unless I know how I'm treating this situation. If
Okay.
it's not, you know what I mean? If I know what it is, I don't need you to tell me because I know, kind of thing. I'll accept what you got to say. I hear you and I'm listening. But I'm going to take what my friend says because they know me better than anybody else. But I've never been in a
That's
position
true.
where I've had, not going to say never. I've learned from situations where I don't continue the same mistakes. So my friends don't really have to tell me much, right? However, I've been the other person where I have to tell my friend, like, yo, you playing yourself. Like, he's telling you. Like, I can't even be mad at the
Did
dude
you
because
say
he's
it just like that?
telling you.
That part.
Absolutely. You know damn well I ain't got no damn filter. Right?
And that's the thing, is like
Funny as
sometimes it's
hell.
hard to have friends like us. Like,
I'm very honest.
yeah.
One of my fault. I'm a Sag, bro. I'm brutally honest to a fault. But if you don't want the truth, then don't tell me. It can't. It comes to a point where, at a certain point, I've gotten. I was like, you know what? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know because it's on you now. You're choosing this. You're doing this. I can't even. I'm not mad at him. It's all on you. So, um, yeah, I will shut down. I don't even want to know. I don't, because their toxic relationships affect me because I care about you,
Agreed. Agreed.
Right.
Yeah. Agreed.
right? But
Yeah.
that's
'Cause Mario
toxicity
always
you
has-
Been
choosing to
there.
live in.
Yeah.
So how am I supposed to react? Because I have nothing to do with your relationship, but I, as a friend, will tell you you should know better.
Mm-hmm.
Am I mad at him? Do I feel a way about him? If he's not hurting you, then you good. Like he's not
Mhm.
physically then there's nothing for me to say to him. It's not my place to say anything. But definitely, it comes a point where I need to stop. I'm like, you know what? I care too much about you. If you choosing to do this, that's on you. I don't even want to know. Don't tell me your dumb shit, please.
Mm. So, do you find yourself pulling away at that point if you
Yes,
express yourself and they're still in the same situation?
absolutely.
Okay, Val. Now, question. So you step back.
Okay.
You're still friends, but you just step back.
Mhm.
They continue their relationship,
Mhm.
however time goes by, and now they broke up. How does that restore back with you?
Don't come looking for me.
Nah, see, I don't agree with that
I
entirely.
am. And I'm only gonna say that real so before Val answers is because if you didn't just respect my opinion to like or me my advice to you if you're going through a really hard
That's
time
true.
and you call me for every second of every time you're crying or upset or this happened or that happened and I could be your friend then, right?
Mhm.
And you're like, okay, I hear you, but I love him. Okay, respectfully, you love him. Cool.
Okay.
Like I'm not even gonna bring it up anymore. And then we pull apart because and like Val brought up, if their toxicness then starts to come onto you. It's now
Yeah.
mentally affecting you because you're
Yeah.
watching a person go through some shit that you already know where it's gonna go to, right?
Yeah.
So you need to separate yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're not being and if you're not open enough to even understand where your friend is coming from, like, oh, I know, I understand your advice, blah, blah, and then you're separating yourself to just be with your man all the time. And then when you break up, you're looking for me, I'm good on you. I'm good on you.
Uh,
Because I
so
just feel disrespected. I feel
It,
disrespected. That's
I
real.
understand that entirely. I understand and I respect that entirely because you got to do what's best for you at the end of the day. But I'm going to go back to what I initially said. I'm a friend for life. For the good, for the bad, I will always have love for you. Will I be around you the same? Probably not. Will our relationship be the exact
And
same?
that's the
Probably
thing.
not. But I'm also not going to turn my back on you if you come to me, kind of thing. I
okay.
could understand our relationship is different now. I would approach it differently, but and if it can even build back to the way it was, probably not. I doubt it, but I
But that's
just
the
it'll
thing.
be
I'm
just an
so
adaptation.
uncomfortable because it will be the same.
Nasty says nothing wrong with boundaries. Your relationship doesn't
Yeah.
have to be mine. He also says real friends shouldn't hold anything over anyone. We all make mistakes and we all learn at different paces. If they apologize and take accountability, why beat them
Hmm.
down if y'all was a friend? Yeah.
That's
I mean, I see
true.
that part.
But it also makes sense if it's too much. And I can understand the hurt behind it. Yo, if you could do it then, you can do it again. What happens when I needed you?
But that's what I was just about to bring up. Like, I get it,
Right.
right? Like, if someone
Then
apologizes,
there's that.
I get
Yeah.
it because I'm a ride or die friend. But as I've gotten older, I have learned that I need boundaries for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As much as I want to be your friend, I need boundaries for myself.
You have to protect yourself.
So,
Yeah.
because and that's the exact thing. Were you here the whole time you were gone? Did you know what I was going through? Did you know
I
that I
wonder if
needed a
men
And
go
friend?
then
through the
there's
same
that.
thing.
You know
Yeah,
what I
the
mean?
guys watching, do you guys go through the same thing with your guy friends? Do you have like the same types of
Yeah,
dramas when things like I'm really
that's a
curious
good
as to
question.
whether or not men go through the same thing
I
that
wonder.
women go through especially in relationships.
Yeah,
Like I had a friend of mine tell me like his homeboy switched up after they got married. He's unhappy. He can't do shit. She complains. And it's like no reason for him to get married because he sees what it does to his friends, right?
yeah.
And the relationship changes. They can't be out like that. They can't do this. And it's like, but his life also changed. And then it could be that you're
But
growing apart. I mean, we all grow
and that's
apart, like right?
fine. Yeah.
Some like when your friend has children, your life changes.
I
So
Right.
you
get a
don't,
deja
your
vu right now.
single friends can't be there. And also when things life changing events happen,
Yeah.
it's okay. I think when it doesn't have to be something negative to happen to break up a relationship, but I think we need to normalize being okay with friendships growing apart when it's no longer
Yes.
conducive to you anymore
Yeah,
and
because some
you're
will
in a
grow
place and
And
you
and
even
grow.
not just that, but like also you have to understand too, especially when in this example, if somebody gets married, I'm the type of person that okay, guy
Hold
friends.
on. Hold on. Men
So
have beef, don't talk, and whenever it sparks up again, we joke about it and keep it pushing.
pretty
Yay.
simple.
Life changing isn't beef, it's understanding we're growing. No one should be stagnant, so that one guy might every 3 to 6 months should be appreciated even more. Danny says, agreed with Nasty. Yep.
I mean, and it's one of those things that I was just gonna say too. It's like you have to understand when a person gets married, and I've had friends, right? So like just
Mhm.
regular friends that enter relationships, guy friends, and I step back. I step back
Mhm.
because I would never want to put a woman in a position to where they're thinking like, oh, is that really his friend or is that like I would
Nah,
gradually
man.
get to meet
but
her. You
that's
know what I
because
She's
mean?
my
exactly
friend too. She's
that
my friend
Exactly.
too now
yeah.
because I
Exactly.
have a lot of guy friends, right? And I don't want to lose my guy friends because they're in a relationship. I'll
That
respect
part.
if they feel away, but now it's my job to make her not feel away.
Feel
Yeah.
comfortable.
And that's you just took into
Be
into this.
her friend because that's it. If that's really your friend and that's the path that they're
Right.
going on, that's a whole journey that you want to join and embrace with them too. And
Yeah.
now she's part of your friendship. So yes, I have made it my goal with my friends who are
Men and women
married.
ain't best friends.
I mean,
Don't
I
put me
made it
up
my
on.
I
way to
mean,
where like
Nah.
my friends, if they're married, I'm friends with their wives. And it is
Men
what
and
it
women
is.
can be
I have friends that
friends.
are guys.
I
I
have a lot of guy friends, and I know the male perspective is different than
Mhm.
the female perspective. That doesn't change that we're friends.
yes, because if you give the guy a chance at any moment, he's gonna take it. With a
Yes,
girl,
because
there's
Yeah.
if I
always
give
gonna
it up, if I go to one of my
Your
guy
boy
friends right
wants
now,
to
right?
pipe.
Yeah, the homeboy probably will be willing if I said, bro, I just need to scratch this itch. Like, come on, right?
yeah.
Maybe a couple of my friends will be like, wait, what? You serious?
The fuck
Really?
out of here.
And then they'll be down.
They will
But they
Or
probably second question it, but they'll probably be down more times than not. However, I also have real good friends that understand that this is relationship is just a friendship and would never disrespect me in that way.
see, and
So men
I
and
agree
women
with
can
that.
be friends.
And it kind of want to be
Not
old
see
school.
want to pipe is very different as will pipe. So that there's there's no way that there's situations willing versus intention. The intent is very different. Are they willing to do it? Sure, because men would fuck anything pretty much.
Anything with
The
the pulse.
standards,
That's a fuck.
your standards aren't as high as
Sorry,
women.
guys.
So that doesn't change that we can still be friends. I just don't
I
understand
can be friends
that
with someone
narrative.
that would want something else, but I one of my best friends were a guy, and that's the thing.
Speak
Like,
for yourself, bro. All that advice is based off what they want to fuck. Nah, speak for yourself, bro. It's not true. It's not true.
what happened is he got a girlfriend and things changed, and then when I called him out on it, it's like, bro, like we're still friends. Like you was able to call me every day, shoot the shot, right? Talking shit, all the girls you've gone on dates with, blah
I'm
blah blah.
coming to reflex now. Next thing you know,
Right?
Ain't gonna be sitting on that chair next to you.
he said, "Hold on,
always says,
I'm
like, you
coming."
can't. Like from a girl's perspective, can, but in a guy's
Yeah.
perspective, they're still gonna look at the female like, yo, I would fuck her.
Yeah,
And I
In
want to
that
say that's
aspect,
true.
It's correct.
I'm not
But-
disagreeing with that. Absolutely, that
Yeah.
doesn't change that we can still be friends.
And I think this
Yeah.
is where it comes into
From a
like that
girl's
old
perspective,
school.
like I'm gonna still be your friend. I'm not
Yeah.
fucking you though.
And it kind of goes to what I was gonna say right now, to kind of like the old school thing. I mean, at least my dad kind of like brought me up that way. And I know it doesn't apply to everything, but I feel like for this specific topic, it does.
Mhm.
A man will only go as far as what you allow.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly.
So
carry
the fact
yourself
that
a
you
certain way.
want to, the fact that you're willing, the fact that it's a
All
thought, an
guys are gonna
idea,
want to.
that's personal.
Facts.
Because at the end of the day, it's what I allow.
Right.
All guys are gonna want to. That's
I've been, and I have my super best friend for years. We've slept on the same bed, literally
There
back
can
to
be
back, and we're
genuine
like, "Deuces,
friendships
good
if
night."
it's been established. We ain't ever fucking. And sex is never talked about, and you don't dress sexy around that man. Nah, I don't think that's the case.
What?
What's the number I'm about to call, bro? It's on
It
the
is
screen.
718-477-0139.
It's on the screen, dude.
It's in the screen.
Yes.
But
Listen.
okay, so but wait.
Go ahead. Say
hold
your
on.
point. Say your point. Sorry, we're getting off top.
Because when you nasty, what do you mean by don't wear sexy clothes?
That's this one. I don't like this statement right here. And if sex is never talked about, and you don't just dress around that man. Listen, he may look at me and be attracted. That doesn't mean that I'm fucking him. So understand that I have the power. That doesn't change that we're friends.
Yo.
Oh shit!
He said, "Put me on the mic."
He's on the line.
You're on the mic. You're on the mic.
Put up the volume.
What you saying? What am I saying about dressing sexy? If you chilling with homie and you in hoodies all the time and you chilling,
Okay.
and the minute y'all go out to the club and y'all drinking and you wore that dress because you was feeling yourself, now niggas start seeing you in a different light. And I don't care how genuine that relationship is, that nigga feel a little tipsy. Now he like, damn, tonight might be the night. Damn, I should shoot my shot tonight. Damn,
That sounds like a him problem.
That does.
That tonight. Why she touching me like that? Niggas ain't shit, bro. Niggas will take any
That's
opportunity.
true.
That is true. We're not
I
disagreeing.
agree with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not disagreeing that can be the case.
Right.
That doesn't change that we are just friends.
Yeah, to you.
To you.
But okay, but that's the thing. It's like nasty. You can't even say that because, like, let's say I'm in hoodies all the time.
Yep.
That may be a sexy for somebody.
She's saying
Me dressing in a
all the
cute
time,
little dress
for
may
somebody.
be a throw off for that person. You know what I mean? So you never know what sexy is to them.
No makeup on. That nigga over the out here trying to get his Drake on.
he's trying to get his Drake on.
I can't with you, nasty.
Hold on.
And the girl's gonna give in.
See, women be acting all sexy and they make friends too.
Y'all can never fuck
And they're
years. Your relationship is jaded because that nigga been trying to pipe the whole time and he's waiting for you.
I don't think that's always the case though.
don't.
Bro, I could
I
have a whole
agree.
conversation with you for that matter, and it doesn't mean that he always want to fuck. Like, I don't understand.
I agree.
Girls can be genuine.
Oh, see women be acting all sexy with their male friends too though.
If the
Nah.
guy does not find her with a shorty sexually appealing. That's it. And even with that, he still might try it.
Nah. I don't see.
No.
That's not my reality. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you right now. That's their perception. My
Which
thing,
is probably valid because it's probably a lot of males.
right? No, I'm sure.
Did you
I'm
just hang
sure.
up on us?
He dead ass just hung up. He was just like, done.
He hung up on us.
He said his point. He's out. That was it. Nah, I get it, and I'm not disagreeing with him. I know there's a lot of men out there that okay. The initial intention is probably, yo, she's attractive. I would smash. Like I'm a
Right.
smash, right? But when you catch a vibe with a female, she's not really showing that she's feeling you like that, and y'all just chilling as friends. Then that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be willing? Sure. Are you going to? No. So why is it not a genuine friendship?
Because he's saying it's not genuine friendship because the guy's always
There's
gonna
always
be
a
as
different.
not
I
just
just
a
think
friend.
at a certain point, it's never gonna happen. I would hope it's
Some
never gonna
guys can't
happen.
get it. So
Nah,
Okay,
there's
so
no.
what about this?
I won't fuck with my friends.
So what
Nah.
about this? Because
Fuck
I am
outta here,
watching. I am watching a novela.
Okay, vamos
I
ver.
don't know. I don't know who's watched it, but it's on
Daniel
Netflix.
said y'all got it twisted.
Daniel, you got something to say? You can call in and talk. But I'm watching a novela, right?
Go ahead, tell me the
And
novela.
let's spill the tea.
Vamos ver.
But on the novela, right, this girl, she is friends with two guys. The guy that she likes fucks her over, and her other friend is her best friend of life. But the guy did fall, it's not that he fell in love, always was in love with her, but he accepted that was the friendship. So that's all it would ever was. So he never told her how he felt about her until years later.
Mm-hmm.
And that was because they happened to reunite.
Mm.
Do you think that's a situation?
I got hella female friends and don't even be thinking like that. Has it happened before? Yes. Most of the time it started from the woman. See? There are men that don't think about sex all the time with females. Thank you, Snicks, for proving my point.
And it's true. It's true because, like I said, I've been really
Do they
friends
find
with
her
guys
attractive? Sure. I'm pretty sure at some point they found her attractive. She looked good in what she's wearing. You look nice. So but I would assume men with certain levels of common sense and human nature, like, this girl appreciates you as a friend, bro. Like, you shouldn't be. I would feel a way if every male friend that I have is just sitting back and waiting until the day I decide to fuck them. Like, then that would make me feel bad about then you're not really a friend, bro. Can you just like be my nigga? Like, come on.
They were just like at the DMV with their number.
No, you just made me think of Beetlejuice. You know when he was sitting there with the number and his
yes. Oh, God.
You ain't shit. That's mad funny.
I mean, we agree to disagree.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not putting it past men willingly.
Right.
Yes, but I don't think that's the goal with certain relationships. I don't think that's the goal with, especially when the female isn't giving you that type of energy. Most men know that energy is like, nah. Huh?
Some guys still don't get it. They'll still
Some guys see, then I wouldn't be friends with that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If a guy is coming at me and he's like trying to do something or he's trying to take it to another level, then we're not really friends. And you just showed me a different person and I can't really talk to you like that. Then we're not friends. You know what I mean? I've had guys who I thought was a friend. The moment one time we chilling, we got a few drinks and he tried to pass. And I was like, whoa, we're not on that type of time. What are you doing?
Mm.
And it's apologetic afterwards. My bad. You're right. Da da da. And I won't really fuck with you like that no more. Now I adjust.
Mm-hmm.
But then I have other friends who would never play themselves.
Right.
It happens.
That's like me walking around in my boxes around you and you see my meat. You're gonna think about it as soon as you see that.
What?
I mean,
look,
right,
I'm gonna be honest. When we see guys,
okay, wait. There was a first message before. See, you can't be doing the most around them either. It's a two-way thing. That's like me walking around my boxes. Okay, now it makes sense. I get that. You can't be doing the most around your male friends. Absolutely, you shouldn't be. there's got to be a certain level of respect, understanding that, right? But that's respect that you have as a woman.
Yeah.
Men will give you advice from the position of always wanting to make you happy because they will like you rarely. They will give you the advice you don't like because they don't want you mad at them.
Nah, I don't know guys who do that.
I can see that.
I could see it, but I don't
I
know
can see
guys.
that
I don't
happening.
fuck with guys who do
I
that.
wanna first though. I wanna address snakes because, and
Snakes,
I don't know
alright.
if I speak for every female or for all of us here, but like I can speak for myself. I could see you in your boxers, and I'm not thinking about your meat.
I'm really not.
I'm really
Well,
not.
I will say maybe a thought,
really not.
but I'm not sticking to that thought. Like,
No,
if I'm not a, no, I said maybe, and it depends.
If I'm not attracted
not-
to you, I don't even care. You could be in your boxes. It don't
Yeah,
matter.
if I'm not attracted to you, if I'm not really, if this is not what that is, that's not the energy. Like I could see, like, oh, okay, but I'm not like, ooh, oh my god, I need it. Like that's definitely not
I
the thought
think
process.
I'd just
ever.
be more like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay.
It's hard. It's hard because I was just having this
Yeah, my
conversation
pussy
with
ain't
one of
getting
my
wet for it,
friends.
so sorry.
Yes, like I was literally just having this conversation with one of my friends because two of us are nurses, and we were talking, and she's like, "But how do you guys like?" I'm like, "Look, there's a very fine line difference between like, and I'm just gonna say a prostitute and nurses because."
What?
Do you understand how many dicks?
Hey, yo,
and...
what the fuck?
Do you understand how many dicks and vaginas you see?
Bring it back though.
Wait,
Yes.
Hold on.
You
I'm
like
wait.
it really
I was
becomes
not expecting you to say that shit at all. What the fuck does?
because
There's a
I'm
fine
writing
line
it in.
between nurses
Yes.
and prostitutes. Okay, all right.
Yes.
Let's readjust.
Well,
Go
the
ahead.
prostitutes do other stuff, but I'm talking about like with this. It's like you calf, you do all this stuff, you clean, you do like,
penises and vaginas, but
and it gets to the point where you like see it. It's just that like you don't really think it in a sexual way.
Right. Okay,
You
I
just
understand what you're saying.
understand it's a normal anatomy. Everybody fucking has body parts. Woohoo. Oh
Right,
my
I get
god,
it.
it's vagina. Oh my god,
All right.
it's boobs. Like it's not
Eva,
the big
you're
deal.
in
You know
the
what I mean?
medical field. We don't. Normal people don't think this way, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I had to break it down.
I was like, what?
So I was
The
like,
fuck?
when I see it, it's not like
What they said?
like
I'm saying as a thought, it's a general as a whole. You'll get them drinks and they say shit. True. Nurses be like, nurses be freaks though. Nurses be out here versus
bro.
yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
Eva. I mean,
Next.
medical field.
Nah.
All right. So what about? Okay, so we're speaking about male-female relationships, friendships, right? And one person ends up getting into a relationship, and the relationship changes your friendship. So now you're no longer friends. Are you accepting them back? Nothing happened negative. You're not really, nothing bad happened. But when that breakup happens, they're back to being your friend again.
You know
I think
what?
that I've done that so many times that I'm not doing it no more.
I've
Let me
had
be real.
one of my guy friends, who he's always been part of this too.
I've been to the holiday parties.
He's part of the actually the Instagram family, but I feel like when I was in my long-term relationship, Tashi, my friend, he kind of allowed me to have a relationship and not just be trying to take my time or trying to, I mean, he was there. He would still communicate, but it wasn't like it was before. And then when things went down, the first person to ask me, are you okay with him?
Nate just made a great point. Only friendships that get hindered are the ones that are low-key like each other. Yeah. Yeah. I would agree with that. Because I have my homeboy downstairs, he's when he dates, right? When he dates, he makes it clear, yo, this is my best friend, like this bitch is gonna be in my life. I don't want to hear shit about it, and this is what it is, and I want you to get to know her because that's what it is, right? So he includes me in there, and he makes sure that he doesn't switch up. He's like, I would never do that ever. He's
That's
done
a
it
real
once.
friend.
That's what I'm saying. I know real niggas can be in a friend relationship. I hate when all guys say no. It's not always the case. Is it majority? Sure, but that's not always.
When he gets into a relationship, he's not like
he set the expectations early,
and that's right, bro.
gotta set the expectations
As a
early. Any man that I deal with understands that I have male friends. And if you either accept me for who I am and who I fucks with, and understand that I would never disrespect you, because that's just what it is.
But some guys don't get that, and I was in
It's
a
not even
relationship
both of
like
my
that where he
Friendships
did
that
not
get hindered are
understand it.
ones that look.
no, you
Oh,
didn't.
sorry. He don't like it. Shut up, Nate. Everybody like me. Nah.
And that's the thing because it happened to me, right? Like, what?
I don't see us stopping the friendship though. 99% of the time, it is the women. That's an inaccurate percentage. That's an inaccurate percentage.
99% Snicks. Come on,
Nah, that's an inaccurate
cut it
percentage.
out.
Men will cut the relationship because their female wants them to, and then you
Yes,
lost that female
Yes.
friend.
I had two best friends,
Mhm,
right? Guy and a girl, both did the same
mhm.
thing.
Yeah, it's not. It's not definitely not
Like what?
99%.
Like why can't we all
It's-
hang out together then? Like I don't understand what you just going like shit like that gets me so annoyed. Like
Mhm.
now your whole life revolves around just this one person. Your friends don't fucking exist now. But I'm sure when God forbid if it ends, who are you looking for? Don't look for me.
I don't know. I
I'm
mean,
good on it now. I've done it so many times. Literally, you've
sometimes
done it
though,
so many times.
I'm like, you know what? Especially in that honeymoon phase, like
There's no excuse though. Like,
I like to kind of just give them the space.
yeah, I mean,
What?
give it the space.
Fuck
Okay,
that
give it
shit.
the space.
I don't,
Give
But
him the
after
space,
that,
bro. But
what
yo, if
happens
I
to your
call you,
30
don't
minutes?
act funny. If I'm like, "Hi, girlfriend, I'm here. Hello, I like you too. Come on now, we
yeah,
all in this
no.
together."
I'm
Yeah,
not saying like cut all communication or
but they
relationship with your
do.
friend, but it's more of like
Nah.
I feel like I will kind of step back and just kind of like and let you enjoy your little
Yeah,
getting to know and the honeymoon
that's
type of
cool,
stage.
right? That's
And then
cool.
I kind of step in and like, hey bestie,
But
you
before
my new
then,
bestie,
but let's be real.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
All jokes aside, I'm not ignorant, and no girls have guy friends. I've invited my wifey friends to my house and hosted parties, been hospitable. I've told them I have no problem with y'all chilling and hanging out. But
Mhm.
if you in a relationship, respectfully, why y'all going out to lunch or dinner on a one-on-one? That's a date. We can all chill and all be friends is absolutely.
Mhm.
Um, here's the thing. A date is anything. I can date myself. I can date my girlfriends. I can go on a date
yes.
with Eva. I could go on a date with Anna. We got a date. That makes no
I'm not
difference whether it's
comfortable though
male
if I
or
have a man
female.
and he going out with his homegirl on a one-on-one date. That's a negative.
Would you
No, if
be
we're
okay
gonna
with you
go,
going out with your
hold on.
guy friend while he's in a relationship?
I'm not saying
Yes,
what?
yes. What,
Wait,
bro?
wait. Say that again. Say that again.
Would you, being the friend, going out with your guy friend, knowing he's in a relationship, do you see anything wrong with that?
No, not at all.
I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't like it if it was the other way around.
Nah, yeah. See, that's
I wouldn't
one-sided.
like it. I would. It's
No.
not. I wouldn't
Hold on,
do
my
it
camera
because
acting funny. There we go. Yes,
I
yes.
just feel like it'll be. It won't be appropriate if there
Date
was
means
someone.
dick at the end. No, it doesn't.
I heard that.
No, it
I
doesn't. Date
heard
does
that.
not mean dick
Fucking
at the
comedy.
end, bro.
That's comedy.
Apparently,
That's
guys think
ignorant.
that.
That's comedy.
Apparently,
I don't
guys
know.
really do believe that. Oh, I don't know what's
See,
happening.
y'all confused. No, we're not confused. Just because
No.
we have different
Who is
perspectives.
Snicks?
I don't know.
He,
You're trying to
I
call me confused?
I
We're not confused.
You want
I
to
know him a
call?
long time. He could call in.
You can
No,
call in. Numbers
go
right
ahead. Go
there.
ahead.
But going back to all right, let's to what we were saying about like
Okay,
okay,
let's
getting into a
reel it
relationship
back
and
in.
forgetting your friends. You were chilling with your friends before they got into a relationship. What happens
Yep.
to them? You were going out for drinks. You were going to a dinner. You're going to see a movie. Then you
Yep.
just completely stop it just because you got in a relationship. What the fuck is that?
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
That's what gets
Hold
me.
on. Time out. Just okay. I need to use an example. So my homeboy, he and I are nerds, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go to every Marvel movie with this dude. Every
Mm-hmm.
Marvel movie we go together, and afterwards we hit in Wendy's together too. We go to Walmart. We take the Walmart trips together.
Okay.
Okay, and we hit in something to eat right after. It's a ritual. He
Uh-huh.
got a girl. She know what it is, and she respects it because he set the expectations early.
Does she ever join you guys?
Yes, I've met her. She's a sweetheart. I love her.
See,
That's the
but
thing.
that's the thing.
But
That's
that's
how
right.
it should
So
be.
the situations with me, there's no hanging out together. That's never happened. You automatically
Nah,
cut
so
me
you
off.
keeping his. They cut you off because they want to
So
fuck you.
I wouldn't say that.
Nah, that's what it is. They cut
It's
you off because they would
friendships
fuck
with
you.
both genders. It's friendships of both genders, and that's
Well,
what
well,
I'm getting at.
females, see, the thing is, females are different. Females become all of they. A lot of women lose their identity when they
Mm-hmm.
go into
And
relationships.
that's
That's the problem
Yeah.
with women. So
yeah.
it's a different reason for women. While men who cut off girlfriends is because they would fuck you and they're in a relationship, right? While
You
in a
think so?
female relationship,
Yeah,
absolutely,
probably.
absolutely, absolutely, and they
The
don't
rest is
want
like,
their
yeah,
girl to
what the
feel
fuck?
away,
I could meet your girl, bro. Bring your girl.
right?
I'm like,
The
I don't
ones that don't want to fuck you, you will still be in the picture. Okay, that's how I know the
Yeah,
difference.
my friends don't.
I'm not meeting their bitch on the ones who want to fuck me, right? But the bitches I'm meeting is because I know they don't want to fuck me. We're
Yeah.
really just friends, right? While
Mhm.
females become overly invested into their man. Females
Yeah.
lose their identity and they
All right,
forget
so let's.
their
I'm gonna give
friends.
you
It's
this
very different.
example, right? So this certain
Yeah,
person before this relationship had a long relationship for 10 years,
Okay.
similar to us to a relationship that I had. Right, we both experienced a lot of similar things,
Mm-hmm.
right? And talked about like, you know what, we have to really learn how to love ourselves, experience life, right?
yeah,
A relationship you cannot give your whole self to. You need a balance in life. You
right.
need a balance with your friends. You need a balance with your family. You need another
Not
part of
every
your
woman learns that
a
though.
You
balance.
know what
But
though?
this is wait, hold on. So I'm only saying this, explaining this part to explain my
Yeah,
point. Is that with this particular situation, I expressed this. We've had conversations with each other about this, how we don't want the relationships to be the same with other people when it comes to
right.
that time, right?
I
So
get it.
we already talked about this and spending a lot of time together, talking every day, this, that, and the third, going on vacations, living the life, right? Because now we're both single. And now you come and you meet somebody great. I'm happy that you're happy, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then you just totally, completely surround your whole entire life with this one person, and now I don't exist.
Women
And
do this.
I, of course, and me
But then
understanding that, but
also,
me
here's the
understanding that,
thing.
I expressed it.
Hmm.
Hey, I get it. I know you're happy. It's new, blah blah. But I haven't seen you. I would like to
Right.
talk to you. I would like to grab some food. Maybe we could do this. Doesn't have to be every day. Once every
Um,
right? Oh, I know. I'm sorry. Yes, I do.
question.
Uh-huh.
Is this specific situation someone that you don't like their man?
No.
Okay.
No, because I was on
Because I
both.
find
Like, oh
people who
wow, oh wow, this individual does this, does that. I'm happy.
okay,
That's
okay.
amazing.
Oh, so
I
then there's no
did
reason for her
highlight
to be like that.
no, this was first, right? And then I expressed what has like, hey, we haven't seen each other, haven't spoke to you.
Mhm.
Because we would speak every day, even if it was 10 minutes. Hey, how was your day? Blah blah blah, whatever. How's work?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. It's dwindling no less and less, less and less. I express this, right? Because now I'm
Yeah.
working on communicating.
Right.
Hey, this is how I'm feeling. Like, I get it. Like, but remember, like, you don't want to just solely just throw yourself in this one thing because
Right.
now you're gonna lose the rest in life, right? Like, I know, okay. Didn't get
You did it
acknowledged.
anyway.
Then I seen
Yeah.
red flags. I brought them up. Nothing doesn't matter. So if I'm expressing myself multiple times to you and
See, I don't want to
acknowledging
say
it,
this,
you're
but
not
I'm going to
acknowledging
say
it,
something.
then I'm good on you. And the same thing with my guy best friend. I told him, like, bro, I don't even hear from you unless you're at work, not around your girlfriend. That don't even make sense. You can't even talk to me
Yeah,
when
you
you're
shouldn't
around
be
your work.
hiding it.
What the fuck? Like, we were all doing group activities, all these friends together with kids. Now it's
Um,
completely stopped.
I have a question
Why?
because my initial my thought process there is the relationship isn't as strong as you thought it was.
And that's what breaks my heart.
I understand that, and that sucks.
That or, and this is the one thing that kind of stuck out with me is, and it goes back to what we were initially saying, that sometimes when you just don't know how to be alone,
Mm,
you fill that space in.
I get that.
You
But
know,
yeah,
so like when I'm single, you're my bestie.
we're missing
But
one
then when
vital
I have
point. Some of your
somebody,
friends, when you're
they're my
single, your
bestie.
friendship is based on doing single things. So when you get a partner, they can't. Don't want to choose those to the what? You're missing one vital point. Some of your friends, when you're single, your friendship is based on doing single things. So when you get a
Mhm.
partner, they can't or don't want to do those things. Absolutely. Life changes. Single
Yeah.
things change. Even when you have kids, things change. Your
But
friends
this,
don't have
Yeah.
kids.
so now I'm glad that he brought that point.
That we
'Cause I
spoke
don't have
about that. We
I don't
spoke
have
about
kids,
that.
right? I don't have kids, right? But I
And
would
some
take an Uber to her crib to spend time with her and her kid,
right.
or
Some
do
people, men
like,
and
hey,
women, are
let's do this with the
codependent.
kids.
They lean on the friend until they find someone to replace you, and that's something they have to learn. That's not on you
Mm,
or the friendship. Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Snick says a lot of people get into relationships and get stupid. This is why I do dolo vacations. I'm not waiting on the trash friend. These facts. Hugo says, you know this. What this reminds me of the expression, which I loathe for the record: "Bros before hoes." Bros can be he bros or she bros. Is that what you're saying? I'm not sure I understand, Hugo.
Meaning like friends can be men or women. I think that's what he's saying.
Right.
But
Better chill, wifey and I, best vacation crew.
it's a part of all those things that we brought up. Like, okay,
Yeah,
you got a new friend, new relationship. We can all hang out together, not all the time, but like we could still have our friend time, including your partner.
Including everybody.
Yeah, why can't we do
You
that?
know.
And it's not happened. And this is why I feel the way I do. And I know, like, I know
yeah,
my perspective on it is different from you guys. And it's only because that has happened to me so many times that now I'm
I
good
get it.
on it.
I get
But
it.
I think you kind of have to
And
understand that one too. Like, you are in a
It
better
depends.
place where,
and it
like,
goes back
with
to the
other
beginning.
ones,
Yeah,
they're
and it
not
goes back.
used to being alone. They're not used to like growing and glowing. They're used to having just somebody constantly there, whether it's a friendship or a relationship.
Mhm.
I mean, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's still a relationship. It's either with your best friend or with your guy.
Yeah.
But I think that's the issue.
This is
But
where
how
I'm
this
good
goes right
on.
back to the beginning of this is, okay, what kind of friend do you need right now in your life?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're right. These
Yeah, no.
situations have changed me, have
Yeah,
made me grow, have made me look at myself and outside of myself and be like, I
Mm-hmm.
need to put boundaries for my mental health.
you do.
For
You do,
yourself.
and I agree. And I think you're a very
Yeah.
self-sacrificing friend. Like
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
you give a whole lot and don't get in return,
Yeah.
and it causes you to feel even more hurt when when it happens the way it does. You
And maybe
have to
believe
learn
less
people
in
are not going
friendship
to
too.
right. You're
That
going to have
part.
to learn to people aren't going to reciprocate or feel or think or
Yeah,
do
they
the
don't.
way you do, right?
Mhm.
So with that said, if you're going to do, accept that you are you for who you are without any
Mhm.
expectations
Oh
that
yeah,
people are going to
100%.
do the same, right? and
100%.
and when you minimize the expectations, that goes back to my original point. When you minimize the expectations, you won't be as hurt as when it happens.
Mhm.
And it sucks that that's how you have to be as a person, but it also protects and sets you boundaries of where you should how you should react and respond to certain people.
Mhm.
So it's a give and take there, and unfortunately it sounds like some of the people that been around you are people who fill a void and replace you when that's replaced with someone else.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That part. And that's stuff that I had to work through. And it goes to the point of, okay, I think that it's okay for you to pull yourself out of friendships without having to say anything.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
if you already
I
expressed
Absolutely.
agree.
yourself and now you have to be like, this is not for me anymore, there is no issue on walking away. You don't have to explain yourself.
No, you're absolutely right. I had one situation like that where I had this girl be my friend. I let's say bestie, but it's not like she wasn't really like my best friend, like die hard or whatever, right?
Mhm.
But she was definitely a really close friend at the time. And I just kind of saw the same pattern. I was in my whole like party mode, so it was like a lot of partying, and then I kind of just started getting bored
Mhm.
and kind of started getting eh, it was just like whatever for me. But she was still going, and I'm like, yeah. So this is when I made the decision to go to nursing school. And I
Mhm.
was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pull myself away from all of that because it's really taking me nowhere. I'm doing nothing with my life. Nothing's really happening. Might as well
Yeah.
do something with my life, right? In my time.
Personal
Mhm.
growth.
So yeah. So I chose to do this for myself. She did not understand that.
Mhm.
She felt that I was ignoring her, I was pushing her away, I was not being a true friend because I didn't care about her or her kids, that I wasn't there, I wasn't available, and all this stuff. And I said, but I need to do this for me.
Mm.
Like, I don't, if you have to do something for yourself, I will support you. Why can't you support me?
Right.
And she didn't understand that.
It's selfishness.
And unfortunately, we had to split ways. She
Yeah.
was still partying for the longest time, and I went to school and did what I had to do. They're
Yeah.
still kind of in the same place, and
that tells you right there that you made
Yeah.
the right decision.
Yeah.
exactly. So sometimes,
I
unfortunately,
wanna
you do have to cut ties with people.
I want to talk about something that you just made me thought of, kind of to switch gears a little bit. Is when you grow, the fake love behind it, or the
Oof.
undercover jealousy or feeling away
Yes.
when you're growing, and how that affects your relationships, and things that you didn't notice, or things start coming out where there's certain things being said and you realize, like, wait a minute, is this even genuine? Like, are you, like, what is going on here? um and one of the things that, without giving too much detail, that I realize is, granted, I know my personality isn't as common among a lot of women. With that said, don't laugh at me, Eva. My and I know I respond and I think differently, and there's things that I
Mm-hmm.
would do differently than most women would, right? With that said, though, I didn't pick up on certain people telling me, "Oh, you know what? You just I wish I was more like you," or "You get everybody who likes you," or "You get everybody who actually wants to hang around you," or "You get this," and then there's certain comments being said constantly that you don't really realize. I'm like, bro, you and I are different people. It's cool, right? Or when something happens that I progress at a certain thing, maybe, money wise, or like professionalism and things of that nature, and it's becomes overshadowed because you want to make it more about the other person instead of congratulating and joining in on that happiness. So things of that nature, where it's like they're not, you realize, were you really here for me to, like, I was
No.
good for the moment because I was able to compensate you, but then
You.
as soon as I come up and step up a little, you feel in a way, or you
Some type of way.
there's
That's
right, and
how they
there's
always are low key jealous of you, probably the whole time.
And that was exactly what happened, because that was the first thing I got. Oh, you changed. Oh,
I
you
didn't
this.
change.
Oh, you that. You're
Mm-hmm.
not the same
Mhm.
friend anymore. You're not the same person that I knew, and this and that. No, I'm not. Because I want to
Men
grow.
have to be promoting girl time. Go out with your friends, talk your shit, and come back home reminded how good you got it.
Hey, I
Fact.
I am with you on that one.
That's called growing. Not everybody is in your life. They will be there for a whole of it. Just might be passing by for a lesson or two, for the good or bad. I've had
Facts.
friends tell me they can't hang out with wifey because we trigger them. We trigger them. I wonder why. Why would you
How you
trigger someone
trigger
else's
them?
I think
relationship?
it's probably the jealousy part of it. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
like they don't have a strong
them
relationship like
having a
they do?
yeah, them
And
having a
then
strong
Yeah.
relationship,
mm,
having certain things.
then how
It's
about you
true.
fix that?
It's true if I was
That's
bringing
that's a their problem, not a
yeah.
not a me
Exactly.
problem.
Like how about
Mhm.
you just fix
Right.
that instead of projecting it on somebody else's
And that means
that
you're
are
not
happy,
sincere.
Yeah,
but
because we're happy. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. See,
yeah.
those are not real friends. That I would take away the fact that you should might as well call them associates. I have
Yeah.
associates that tell me they can't hang out with me. Yeah, that's not a real friend then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they should be generally happy for you.
Yeah.
A real friend will always be genuinely happy.
And this just kind of goes with what we all know. That saying that says misery loves company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if I can't be happy, if I can't have it all, why you guys get to walk around and project your love and your happiness, but I can't? So no, we're all gonna be fucking miserable. You know
Uh-huh.
what I mean? Like, no, that's not how it
It's
goes.
not right. You should be cheering and rooting for everybody to succeed, right?
Even if you're not in a
Yes.
relationship, even if you're doing good stuff in your life and you're reaching your goals and
Or
things are going
just,
great for you, you should be a supportive friend, not a friend
even
that's
if it's
hating.
not a change, it's just acknowledging the differences in the other person and appreciating them for who they are.
Yeah.
Not I've never been that person where I look at people and say, why her and why not me? Like, I don't have an envious bone in my body.
I've never had that question.
But
It's
I know so many envious people where it's like, "Oh, I saw this girl do this and I'm like, "But why do you care? What
Mhm.
does that have to do with you though?" Like, and envy is probably the one thing that I don't know if I wasn't raised that way, so it just doesn't click for
Exactly.
me. And there, I know of quite a few people where that envy part is there, and it's like Nate was saying, it triggers them because we're happy. That's
Yeah.
envy.
Yep.
It isn't. That's not your fault. Why do you even care? Why are you looking at that and thinking that why you, not me? No, if you want that, then go for it.
Go
Then
get
that's
it.
what you got. It shouldn't be that. I'm gonna do what
It's
I
not.
want
It's
always.
not a something that you can't get. It's something that they just actually went out and got.
Facts.
You can all get that, but the thing is, instead of just kind of sitting there and throwing a pity party on, oh, why her, not me? How about you go find it? How about you find yourself first
Right.
before you can have what you really want in life? Because that's kind of like going back to like this other person, you know, that I was talking to at one point. Like when they tried coming back, I told them like, I need you to be alone.
Mhm.
I need you to be okay with yourself, to be happy with yourself, to find yourself, to mature with yourself. And if at the end of the day you still can come back and tell me, yes, you know what, I found myself in all this shit, but you're still the missing link,
Yeah.
then by all means, let's go ahead and cross that bridge when we get there. But until then, I can't do. I'm kind of like Tasha on that. I'm like, I can't put myself in a situation like that anymore. Like I just can't.
Yeah, you tired. You get
Yeah.
emotionally tired. You get mentally tired.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I mean,
exhausting.
that's toxicity. Then that relationship is no longer conducive to you,
No.
right? And I think we all should normalize ghosting friends. I don't need to explain myself to you. I love you, but I could love you from afar.
And I will
I
always
can.
be there.
Yeah, and I
But
think more
You
so
need
because
me, I'll help as best as I can, but I
Yeah.
don't need to communicate with you. I don't need to be around you. You're no longer conducive to where I am in my life today. Which goes back to our beginning statement. But where you are today, the type of friend that you really need, the
what
type
kind
of
of
friend
friend
that
you
you
need?
want, and
Mhm.
you really need to evaluate, because that's what you should be surrounding yourself with.
exactly, and I had to
And
learn.
that's one of the things I'm learning.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
people
And
that
I feel that goes with any type of relationship too. It's like like-minded people or more, so that you can actually get up there and
Exactly.
grow and have somebody like kind of inspire you in a sense to kind of
Right.
grow and want more in your
Yeah.
life.
I need people
And
that are motivated around me.
yes.
Yes, because that's
I
only
need
going to motivate me,
exactly.
Yes.
right?
Like I
I
need
need
you to
that
have
right now.
goals. Let's
Absolutely,
talk
I
about
agree.
it. Let's bring up plans together. Let me
Yo,
help you have
that's how TV started.
Yeah.
And that part. And here we
Right.
are.
And here we are, right?
And it's when you have these conversations, you feel better. Like,
Show
oh,
me your friends, I'll show you who you are and who you want to be. Absolutely.
yep,
Yeah.
Can't be happy for you and want to bring your happiness down to their level. That's toxic. You don't have to be happy for me. But don't drag me down.
Yes.
Absolutely.
exactly,
Factual.
exactly.
Facts.
Factual. Yep. Thank you,
Yeah.
Hugo. Thank you, Nate. It's people need to understand. I all my friends are different. This
Mhm.
goes back to where one of my original points where I treat people differently. My relationship with each of my friends are different, which is why I can't say I have a best friend,
Right.
right? Because I know the person I can speak to about a specific type of thing, and that's who I'm going to go to for that. I know the person I'm going to speak about that's my geek stuff, and that's who I'm going to go to for that.
Girl,
And
because if
I
you come
have
to
to
us for that,
divide
I'll
it.
be like,
No,
I'm gonna just act like I know, and I'm like, oh, that's what's up.
smile
Girl.
and nod,
Yes,
smile
fuck
and
y'all. Fuck y'all. I know how
here.
isolating it is that I'm a nerd, but it's okay. Um, again, it's difficult in my position, in my perspective, from who I am, because I know I'm a little bit different, where I think a little bit differently. My logic is a little bit different. My interests are a little bit different. So it's hard for me to find really strong relationships with friends, female friends, I should say. Actually, with boys too. Any kind of really friends that I can say everything is this one person, other than the relationships that I'm actually in, because this
but a
person
good friend
accepts
is
me
gonna
for
be
me.
open to anything that you're into. Like,
Absolutely.
oh,
I have good friends.
let me see
Absolutely.
that.
I'm not saying I
Oh,
don't
what
have
is
good
that?
friends. I do. I will say I have great friends. I love my friends. I do have great
Mhm.
friends. But for me to say someone is my best friend, it is difficult for me to choose that person because I have so many great friends.
Got it.
Does that make sense? I'm not
Yeah.
saying I don't have no best friends. It's
Yeah,
just there's not one
They're
specific
different
person.
situation
Yeah, exactly. Like
changes
I
it.
love
Yeah.
you guys. I love you guys, and you're great friends. But will I come to you for everything? Probably not. There's different friends that I have that I've associated different things with.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think that's
Mhm.
one of the ways that I've
That's okay.
approached adulthood that I've grown from when being a child, where a younger, much younger, being a teenager, and when I had just this one best friend. Oh my gosh! And then when that ended, it was like,
I
oh
just
my
like
god, right? So
And
it's very different.
I'm glad that you brought that up because do we agree that when you break up relationships, right? It's the same feeling when you break up with a best friend
yes.
because it's still a
Absolutely,
breakup. It's
it
separated.
still
Yes.
hurts.
It
A breakup is a
hurts.
breakup.
And
It
but
hurts.
kind of like what Val was saying about teenagers or whatever. Obviously y'all know I got teenagers. But when it comes to them too, like as a mom, I would want to be their friends too. Like I want to make sure that when they think of who's your best friend, like I know my daughter's first answer would be my mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we've established that relationship or whatever. But with that, like I also tell her like how to like look at people and adapt, kind of like what you said, you know, too, Val, kind of like every person is different and you're gonna have different kinds of best friends. They're not all gonna be just one or
Yeah.
for a specific reason or something like that, right? But she understands that, you know, my son understands that too. And my son, you know, I feel
Ooh.
like having Val in my life is just a blessing because like she will identify with my son and she would be able to talk to him with things I don't, you know.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it's one of those things that it's nice, um and it's just nice because everybody is different and that's okay. But the thing is we just don't do with the haterade, that's all.
Right. 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 Nate says, once you're over 30, if you got 2 to 3 friends, you special. I've lost plenty of friends that I've called my brothers. Things change as you get older,
Yeah.
absolutely, especially when you're successful or when you are growing and things get,
Mhm.
unfortunately, especially us in the tri-state area, right? Where people stay stuck doing the hoodlum dumb shit. Like when it's not cool to want better, or to want more. So
Yeah,
you got to start leaving people behind in that
That's the
bullshit.
thing too. Like you want to stay
it's
like
just not the
your life?
norm.
Like nah.
The fact is, one individual can't be all the friends you need for all
Mm-hmm.
situations and activities. Even your partner, spouse, they can be most, but nobody will be all. I agree, 100% agree.
That's a good point.
Facts.
Yep, you can't. I can't, like, I've had friends who have made me their bestie, but I can't be
You
all.
feel like then you're held to an expectation?
It is, and it's tough because now I'm including you in everything. Now I'm putting you into this because you don't have that circle around you, or that those options around you. So now you lean on me to provide all of that for you. That's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
pressure for me. And
Mm.
I'm not capable. I'm gonna be honest. I could call me an asshole, call me a fucked up friend, but I'm not capable to cater to that where I am in my life.
No, at least you're honest about it though.
When I was
Right.
much younger, I probably would have. I have tried. I have done that. I've included someone who I know. Oh, they don't have many people. Let me get them in my circle because I had
Hold
so
on.
many different people, right?
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to maintain that because then there's certain expectations that I can't keep up with. I don't want to be your only friend. I can't be, and that. It's difficult because a lot of females tend. I'm not. This is not to
Some
gas
people like
myself
to
up,
feel
but
like
yeah,
that though.
I
Like
don't
they
like
are
it.
the only one. Some
No, I
people
don't
like
like
to
it.
feel that.
I'm not. And this is where I go back. One of
Mm.
my requirements of a friend that I would want to date is with minimal expectations. I see you when I see you, bitch. I love you.
But that
Always
needs to
will.
be like okay, you know? Like I feel like that.
Yeah, I wish that was more okay. It's not. They don't like it. They don't like it.
Like I feel like I do have those friends too where like we can go months without talking. And
Yeah,
then just a random text or like a random DM and you're like Val says, like not one day has gone by.
exactly. I have quite a few friends like that, and
And that's
that I've
fine.
been able to maintain for years. And we catch up, we talk, I got to go see one upstate. She's moved upstate. I just found out. I've been out of the mix, but it
Mhm.
happens that way. We are adults. We
Mm-hmm.
grow. We're different. And lives tend to separate, but does that change that I love you? Not in any way. Even if something bad separated us, I still love you, bitch, because you were a part of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
That's good of you, though.
I guess.
You know.
Is it? I don't know how good I am because I also, because I see things differently, I also approach situations differently than they would, and I get called the bad guy. So
I mean, that's because
Not everybody likes
So,
honesty.
yeah, that's the thing. They can't accept it. And
I
I'm glad that you said
I
like you
couldn't
have a
read it.
different, outlook on different situations with your friends. So have you ever came into a situation? Because I know that you still help with, you know, um, your stepkids, right? And you're really involved.
Mhm.
Have you ever been
Yeah.
in a friendship where you noticed anything with their partner and would think that it wouldn't be healthy for them to have their kids around? And
Oh,
have you expressed
absolutely.
that? And how did that go?
So personally, I don't respect women. You have children. Your life is different.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You can't even if you're a single parent, your life isn't about you. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I know a lot of people think differently. Your life should be your child first. I'm
Yep.
sorry, because your child is the one who needs you the most right now. They can't do for themselves,
Mhm.
right? And with that said, especially in today's world, you don't know these men out here. You don't know these women out here. And you should not be bringing around anyone around your kids. You date, you're dating, you keep that separate. And if you're not able to find a fucking babysitter, then keep your child out of it. Don't fucking date. It's not your time. It's not your time. Sacrifices need to be made as a parent.
Mhm.
Um, when you are dating, get to know this person. It should take you well over a year before you introduce that kid. One of the things that I always used to, my thought process, I should not know your child right away. I
I
don't
mean,
want to
kind
know
of
your
coming
child
off.
right away because I'm still trying to get to know you, right?
Mhm.
And I think a lot of women need to take that stance. Your child comes first. I'm second. I'm dating a single father. Guess what? Take care of what you got to take care of. I don't want to meet your kid yet. Until I know this is serious, don't introduce me around there because your kid doesn't need to see a bunch of different people coming in and out.
Mhm.
That was one of the arguments that I had with my ex who
Facts.
I raised kids with. I'm like,
Mhm.
stop bringing these random bitches around these kids. They already know their mother. They already know me. I was there for freaking 10 years. Stop doing that. It's disrespectful and they don't need to see that. So it was a problem and I do express it. And the same thing goes for my female friends.
Mhm.
I have a homegirl that she's 100% on the same page with me when it comes to that. She got no respect for women bringing around random people around her kids, right?
Mhm.
She's not single. She sees other single friends, and it's just there's a whole different world when it comes to that. Be the best parent you can be first. Everybody else gets put second. I just don't understand that. You don't know this person. You don't know what they could do.
Man, there be some people
There's
that
some
move in with
crazy people
kids.
out there. No, man.
Just
Nah, that shit is
saying.
not cool.
Nah, that's wild.
I'm just saying,
Oh,
Wild
we
like,
got
thing.
some
here's a
comments.
yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead and share this tea because I just want to
Real
share
quick,
it.
let me just this one. The fact is that well, sorry, I'm
Another
repeating
one
one.
after. Mhm.
I think Val's middle name is Radical Honesty. Take it or leave it, bitch. Maybe
I was
hyphenated.
laughing at that one.
Thanks, Hugo. I think that's accurate. I think that's accurate. Even if you're not a single parent, make time for yourself, but you gotta be there for your kids. Absolutely, I agree with that. You can't. You also cannot be the best parent without being the best you. True.
That part.
Mhm.
That
100%
part.
fact, Nancy. Yep. You dating them and the kid, you can't put the time frame on that.
Yeah.
I agree. You can't put a time frame on that, but I don't. There should be a certain level of getting to know first before you bring them around a child.
I think you should bring them around if
There's
you are serious about that person. If
right.
you
If
just
this
bring
is
them
And
around,
yes and no. Yes and no. Hold on.
there was a lot of
Hold on.
stuttering there.
Hold on. Cause y'all know how I feel about this. And it's definitely like
You don't
on
bring nobody around your
I don't
kids.
bring it is definitely on Val's turf. But with that being said, this girl, I mean, I'm not singling anybody else, but I'm singling somebody else. In this situation, like, and this is why I say yes, nasty. I agree. There's not really like a set time,
Right. If you're
but
dating for a reason and
yeah.
not a season,
that
then that's
part. But
understandable.
you need to understand if the other person is on the same page.
Right.
Heck, they gotta be
Because this chick calls me talking about like, oh yeah, my kids love him, this and this and this and that. She's talking about my ex, mind you. Well, my ex had already just told me I don't even fuck with her kids.
what?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
So then there's that. The end.
I'll sit
That's
my
what I'm
teeth.
saying. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say. Like it's one of those things that where you can probably be talking to a person, you could probably be dating a person, but that does not mean that it's time for you to get your kids involved. And this was like a very
Right.
short time span, and to where the fact that a guy can
So,
comfortably
hold
say,
on.
you know what, like I don't even like
Hold on.
agree.
I think the guys, if you can't,
Can't
my
even
thing
talk.
is, if you can't accept someone with children and there's certain things that go along with that, right? Because you're accepting more, then don't date women with kids.
That's a fact.
I mean, I have kids and we dated and I have kids. He knew about my kids. My kids knew about him but never met him. But that
Nah,
was
man.
it. I'm talking about like homegirl had kids in the house. Like
And he don't even like them. That's wild.
that
Nah,
was
then
what threw me off.
Then he shouldn't be there, bro. Like that's the shit that, bro. Anyone who has children,
That
male or
part.
female, it's a package deal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When I started dating my ex, it was a package deal. Okay. And I accepted it for what it was, and I became a stepmother, and that's what it is. And those relationships are different. You have to, if you're dating for a reason, then that's what it has to be. If it's not somebody, then don't date someone with kids if you're not willing to accept them with for everything.
Mhm.
That like
And I'll
an
be honest,
individual should take their
because
responsibility there.
it's not a one-time thing. It's not just like oh, we're just dating. No, because if you're really dating to like you said, for a future, you have to understand and respect those kids too.
Yeah.
You know, like my kids have a stepmom, and I am fortunate enough that, you know, that is all good. Me and her, we can, you know, co-parent too. Like that's just part
exactly.
of it. But not at one moment have I sat here and been like, oh no, no. I'm thankful for her.
Right.
I'm thankful,
That's
you know.
that's the
But
relationship I have with my baby moms too.
yeah, it's different, but it takes a lot from a person to understand.
And don't play the well, the kids aren't around all the time song. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, bro,
Nah.
that part.
I hate that statement. The kids should be around because they're your kids. They're always gonna be there. Always.
But even when they're not, there's still some ground rules.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
So you never had a
Mhm.
situation with a friend that had a kid, and you didn't think that it was healthy for them to be around that specific partner they had around that time. Let's say there was things about that person that weren't okay.
I haven't been in that situation. However, if I
I don't
did
think I have
see that,
either.
I probably would have expressed that that's a problem. I would have told him, "Yo, you're bugging, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Okay.
I don't really think I've had. I don't think I've had a situation like that too. Like most of my friends that do have kids have also been very like protective with their kids.
You're that's stupid. So if your kids around or not,
I'm
I'm gonna eat those
done.
Lunchables.
I'm done.
Yo, you ain't shit, bro. My kids need to eat
Yo,
too. Fuck
Lunchables
out
are
of here.
not
Don't eat their shit.
He said, "You better get
That's
them fruit roll-ups from Costco then."
Don't eat my kids'
We all
Lunchables.
eating.
Nah, you're not eating my kids' Lunchables. You want to eat something? Buy something for us.
That part.
Fuck out of here, eating my kids' Lunchables. You taking food out of their mouth.
Do kids even still bring
You
Lunchables?
replacing it? No, I know
I
he
don't
is. I'm
know.
talking shit. Say that again.
Do
I
kids,
don't know.
kids even still take Lunchables to school? Them shit is mad expensive now. I seen it in the grocery store.
Nah, kids love them shits. Yo, they love them shits. I don't know if they take
I
them to
don't
school. I
know.
don't know. I'm not. I don't have young kids
You used
anymore.
to be the cool kid if you came to school with Lunchables.
Bro, every field trip.
Nah, teenagers
cried
want
for
money. They
damn
don't want nothing
Lunchables.
else.
Did you? Damn.
Hell yeah, I wanted Lunchables for my damn field trips. I didn't want to be the one carrying a little brown bag with a sandwich and los chips.
First of all, hold on, time out. See, I grew up in the age of those paper food stamps, right? And I was
checkbook
happy to
ones.
go to that store to get my little turkey and cheese sandwich, my little juice box, and that was lunch for today. Thank you, mommy.
But I used to take that all the time. So like field trip was like I wanted to feel
Showing my
special
age.
like the other ones. But then sometimes I
Nah,
wouldn't have
Lunchables
lunch.
wasn't special. Give me that $5 coupon, and I could get a whole meal rather than this little cheap ass Lunchables. Fuck that shit.
No, I yeah, now
Not
they are
anymore.
expensive.
Now it's like
Now they are.
Why
But
don't you
even
go
when
get
my
your car?
kids were younger,
Yeah.
I don't think they were as expensive.
I don't know.
No. We have some comments coming.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nasty says, I'm gonna have them eating hibachi. I know you have them eating good. I know you good.
Yes.
Hugo, they're expensive, but my kids asked me for some last week, so I did it one day. He did one day. We'll do it one day.
One day.
You had the Kool-Aid Jammer. You was lit. Yep.
Yes.
Kool-Aid Jammer. Oh, the Capri Suns. Yo, them Capri Suns was the
They still
shit,
hit.
son.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I still like them. And
Facts.
if you freeze
Absolutely.
them and you kind of like make them to where just they're not like frozen, but
Ooh,
like,
like
and then
slushy?
yes, and then you cut the top
Ooh.
part and you like smush it around, and then you're like, girl, add
Girl,
some
I know.
vodka in there. I'm
You
just
good.
saying, it can be
Uh-huh.
an adult treat.
I probably won't do vodka, but Hennessy will work.
There you go.
Tequila, Hennessy, whatever you want to put in it, make it yours.
True.
It's an adult slushy.
Getting off topic. I'm sorry. All right.
It's always with the liquor.
But yes, back to your question, Anna. I think there should be certain boundaries. Women should know better on who you bring around your kids because you never
Yes.
know. They should be more protective of their children, especially with how many creeps and pedophiles that are out there. Men also, if you especially, you shouldn't be bringing random girls around your children as well. You don't know how they're going to treat them, disrespect them, and they could be rude, nasty, and I will beat a bitch's ass
Facts.
if
Girl.
you know what I mean. You don't fuck with somebody's kids. Period.
That part.
So I think people should be more selective and careful on who they bring around their children. I understand you may have needs, you're an adult, but there's certain
That's
things
you.
that are different when you have children involved.
Yeah,
And
that
there
has
should
nothing
be.
to do with your kids.
Otherwise,
though.
you're just a selfish
Keep that
asshole.
aside.
Right.
Right? Yeah. No. You keep
Yeah.
your
And
adult
you
shit
definitely,
aside.
as a friend, you should say something.
Yeah.
I think, and if you don't like what I gotta say, then I'm not the friend for you because I'm
I
always
feel
keep
like
it a
if
buck.
I would see that,
People
I
take it
think like
personal
I would
because
be the
they're
first one to be like, yo, you're going out, you want to like alone time with him, like I'm cool, I can watch them,
Right.
like I'll babysit, like bring him over. I
Don't
think
bring
I'll
that
be
kid around
that
your
friend if
around
I
that.
ever saw
Right.
that, but I don't think
Agreed.
I have yet. So
Well, good.
I mean,
Yeah.
especially if you have a little girl, if you have a little
Yes.
girl, and you bring around men around,
Honestly,
my
not
mind
even
always
just
goes
a girl.
to
Now it's
nah.
both.
It could be both. However, it could be both. I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
not possible, right? But the commonality,
Mhm.
you know, it's just kids don't need to be around everybody. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Agreed. 100%.
Very selective of who you should bring your kids around, whether it's a relationship
think-
or just a friendship. Still, you
also-
should be very selective who you have your
Right.
kids around.
I think single parents should date someone who already also has kids.
Mm-hmm.
Leave the people with no kids alone. And
Oh no, that's the kicker for me.
You think so?
What do you
With that's the kicker for me. When people who have kids are like, well, I want somebody who doesn't have kids.
What?
Oh.
That makes no sense to me. You can't demand someone who has no kids when you have kids. You got a whole package deal, bro.
What?
Unless they don't
Girl.
want more
What?
kids, maybe that's why.
Yeah,
Unless they don't want more kids.
I would deal with someone who has kids because I don't want any. I was a stepmom.
Right.
I raised kids. I don't want
Mm.
any of my own. Let you already have adult children because I'm at an age where I could date a man who already has adult children.
Right.
I want the divorcees who just wants to enjoy life. You know, that works well for me.
Travel. Yes.
Where your divorcees at? That's what I want.
So that's funny.
See,
I think that's
everybody.
the comments before I bring up the next part.
If you
Okay.
saying that is a surprise to your friend, how good of a friend are they though? I'd expect for them to at least have an idea that was your stance. I agree. I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise that you
You'll be
speak in
surprised
your
how some
thoughts.
people are.
First of all, wifey ain't taking my daughter. My daughter live with me if that day ever came. Agreed. Agreed. Don't discount the widows, Val. Oh yeah, the widowers are
Oh
winning.
my God,
I take
Hugo.
the widowers too. The widowers too want to live a second life. I got you.
So real quick before we wrap up, this is a thought that I had,
Okay.
and especially when it comes to your close friends, and I know this has happened before. So when it comes to your really close friends, like let's say you're I know Val doesn't call them best friend, but your real close friends, and they show you pictures of their significant other.
hmm
How do you feel about that? Not
Wait,
What do
how
you
regular,
did
mean
they show you
pictures?
not
how?
regular pictures, intimate pictures, or
I want to see that
or a
shit.
video
Ew.
of them, or
First of all,
Wait, sexual stuff? You mean?
yeah, sexual stuff.
Nah, it's not
first
happening, bro.
of all, first of all, you could be my bestie.
Mhm.
You could be like waxing my coco. Like, I don't care. We could be that tight. We could be that tight.
But I don't want to see the dick.
But
you're
I ain't
sucking.
sharing my man's dick with you. What the fuck?
Yeah.
No. No.
No, I'm not. First of all, all right. If
No.
it's my man, like this is my guy, I am not
No.
sharing that. I am
Eh?
not. So I don't want to see yours.
Yes.
But if
I
it
want
was
to
just
see
some
you.
slide, some sneaky,
Yeah.
some shorty like that, I don't want.
That's
That's a little
different.
different. That's a little
No,
different.
yeah.
You know, let me show you this video. I got something out there.
Bro, okay, that part, that's different.
That's a little bit different. There's levels to it.
You know what? I'm on board with.
There be so
Damn, what the? She said just what she was gonna say on board with me. And
Yeah.
she said she's on board with me 100%. She just told me in my head. And she said I'm 100% right all the time, even though she's not here to say it herself. I don't know what happened though. Hold on, hold on. But there she back. She back. She back. She back. Go ahead, say what you were saying.
Of course, it would happen to me when I was going at it. Of course, it would. I was gonna say I am on board with Val's levels to this one.
Eva just went looking for a picture. She just
said, "Hold on, let me go to my album." No, it is true though. If it's your man, like if it's first of all, if it's my man, there's no fucking way I'm gonna show you that.
No,
there's
yeah,
no
there's
way.
no way.
Even if we
No.
break up, I'm not.
I don't want this
showing you
bitch to
that.
know because then she gonna want him. No, fuck out of
That
here. I don't trust
part.
these bitches.
If it's just some like,
We already did that one.
why
We're up to date. We're up to date.
if it's just like a guy, un fresco, they're just sending me stuff and I have no connection, no feelings on, and again, there's levels to this.
Yeah, there's definitely levels
it
to
has
it.
to be somebody who like I have zero interest in.
Got it.
That
What if y'all sharing with y'all besties though? No, it does not happen. See, guys do that. Guys will share fucking pictures with their fucking niggas. Nah, y'all ain't shit for real. Us
before though.
No,
I can't.
You a nasty freak though. There's a difference.
There's levels to that too.
Nah, I will not see.
It's okay if it's not their girlfriend. Like if it's their girl, you shouldn't be doing that. But if it's
I don't want. Nah, see, guys don't know. See, the thing is, we know whether or not we would take someone seriously, and so there's already a level that's blocked off. Guys, it grows and it happens, so they're already sharing it because they get it's a notch under their belt. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I smashed this bitch, and then 2 months later, like, oh, I love this bitch. Then you know what I mean? You're a fucking stupid ass. Why you showing that shit out there?
And with that one, on that note, just
about these levels, do you measure them on a ruler?
Yes, because
we don't measure on a ruler. We use examples like the cable remote. You know, we gotta compare it to that. Like it reaches to the top.
Guys be doing that dumbass shit.
Yo, I'm talking shit.
Why? But this goes back to that other
best friends who lay together said, "Shut up, Nancy."
What best friends? What?
He said, "Best friends who lay together stay together."
No, definitely not. No.
You see this?
I cannot share that. But you know what? On that note, just kind of
Have
like,
you ever slept with the same man that one of your friends slept with?
Nope.
No. There's certain people that are off limits, and I would never.
Nope.
What if your
I
friend
would
is like,
never
"No,
fuck
fuck that."
with
Nope.
my friend's man.
Nope.
Or
Not
anyone
not
that my
man.
friends.
No.
Let's
All right.
they fuck with.
Definitely boyfriends is off limits,
Yeah,
right? But
boyfriends
someone
off
they
limits.
fucked with,
Yeah.
probably not.
Nope.
The older I get,
Probably.
this
The
is way.
minute
No, here's
Val
why.
says that guy
Hold on.
is cute, he's off limits for me.
Nah, hold on. Time out. That guy is cute doesn't mean I like him.
I don't care.
That means you
I
Just
don't
because
care.
he's attractive don't mean
For
I
me,
like him, right?
I don't care. If you have any physical attraction or any
Hold
connection
on,
with them,
hold
I
on.
can't.
Nasty. What
Cap!
you mean? Why are we capping?
What?
Who's capping? Hold on, time out. Wait, again, that's levels. Let me explain myself. Hold on, wait.
He was
Real-
like literally calling
I'm
me
not
out.
saying
hold
boyfriend.
on.
I'm not saying boyfriend. I'm saying like a guy.
No.
With,
Here's the thing. I think there's levels to it. If let's say, for example, anyone first of all that you called your boyfriend off limits. Okay?
yeah, 100%.
Anyone that you was dating or fucking with for over a year, off limits. Anyone that was consistent with you for and lived with you or whatever it may be, off limits. However, now that I'm getting older, not that I've done this, not that I'm willing to, I understand there's scenarios that can happen where I went on a date with this person. We didn't fuck, we didn't do anything. That's not off limits. Does that make sense?
Nah, it's off limits for me.
Nah, for me, as I get older,
I think if your
I'm
friend is
like
like,
this.
"Yo, you good,"
There's too
you
many.
do
Not
that.
that I've done it, but if nothing happened, y'all wasn't even dealing with each other, then why is that off limits?
But if you're, let's say that's not off limits. I don't think so. But what if your friend is like, "Oh, you know what I mean, like you could have that."
Nah, because you know what?
I don't
Bitches
want
be
that.
feeling some type of way too.
I don't want that
Because
because
then
then
they're
it's
gonna
like
be
you got
like,
my sloppy seconds.
Stop.
Fuck out of here, bro.
No.
I don't want it.
Hide myself out of it.
I don't want anyone you've ever sucked his dick or you ever that he ever put his dick in your
I'm outta
vagina.
here,
I don't
dude.
want it.
All right.
No.
If he's licked your coochie, I don't want it. But if he spent on a meal, I don't think that's off limits. That's where the probably not comes in. Okay, Nasty? Fucking asshole. Gotta explain myself.
I can't be like,
I'm
"Oh,
not
yeah,
capping.
I'm bored with y'all," because like that'll be lying.
So what do you think?
So what's off limits to you? Go ahead, Anna.
No,
I need to
I'm
hear
not even
this.
saying it like purposely. I'm saying like, not that I would do it all the time. Now, it has happened to me in the past though.
Nah, I think
Where
my
it's like,
friend
"Oh,
I've
yeah, I
had
messed with them at one point." Like, I mean, you do you, and I'm like, all right, and
nah. See,
Nah.
I understand. Even if with their blessing, I don't want it.
No.
I
You know
didn't
what I
want a
mean?
relationship.
I still won't want it though. Like I don't want it. If he licked your cooch, if you sucked his dick, then I don't want it.
Yeah, no.
That's off limits. Nah.
Right.
I don't need an Eskimo buddy. And I'm not trying to make Eskimo buddies either. So and I wouldn't fuck with a friend of somebody I fucked with either. Like, nah, we're not doing that. Ew, I fucked with your friend. I don't want you. I don't care if I even liked you for a second. Even if I thought you was attractive, I'm just not doing it.
I can't.
We're not making Eskimo buddies. I'm not out here doing that shit. There's too many people in this world for me to be doing that. Nah,
Y'all surprised I actually know what Eskimo buddies is. I learned that one a long time ago. Yeah, no, I can't.
No.
I don't know. I just feel like.
But with the like part,
guys.
there's so many other. With the like part, what I'm saying though, even I wouldn't say if I said I like him or if I think he's cute, that's not off limits. If he like you, he like you. Go for it. Just because I think he's cute, that don't mean I want the nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
got like six Eskimo brothers. Because you ain't shit.
At least he real.
Most of the time I got there first. Because you still ain't shit.
Nasty said, mic drop. I got a brotherhood.
Yo, but guys see it different than girls. Guys see it different. Yo, if I didn't love you, it don't even matter.
I think the only is off
How
limits
do guys see
if
it
you in a
though?
if you had a relationship with that person. Otherwise,
Nah, if you fucked,
that's how you know we related.
that's for me. If there was a sexual interaction,
Yeah.
that's the borderline right there.
Yeah, no.
But for me to say he's attractive, or I went on a date once, that's not a borderline for me.
No,
I
I
mean,
would never.
I
Well,
get
I
what
would
you're
never step the
saying.
line if you were dating. Like no, but
I get
No.
what you're saying too, but it's more of like, to me, I think it's just more of like anything can happen,
Guys
whether
don't
it's
think
not
Shorty
now or
fly to
later.
his homie hit.
he
What?
accurate. That's accurate.
Guys don't think Shorty fly to his homie hit.
Yeah, saying like a guy's not gonna be like, oh, she's cute. He'll say she's cute after his homie hit it. Like, oh yeah, she can get it. Then he want to hit it too.
Oh,
That's
okay, okay.
accurate. That's accurate.
I get it. I get it. I get it. All right. Like she's more attractive because someone else got it,
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
need to get
and
it.
then you talking shit about how good the pussy is. Okay, all right,
Now they
whatever.
want it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because niggas ain't
See,
shit
it's
for real.
opposite. Yeah, it's opposite for me because like I feel like even with like if you
I've
just
hit a
like
bunch
the
of
guy,
nobodies, and then my man found out and tried it.
yo, he might have
Nasty,
a secret crush
That's
on
what they
you.
do.
huh?
What happened?
He may just have a secret crush on you. He wants
Who?
to have everything you had.
Oh, talking about his
Nasty.
guy friend.
Oh, the guy.
I
Nah, that's
know.
nasty, bro. Bro, chill.
Hey, I don't
You
know.
never know.
You never know.
If they have a
Haven't
crush on
y'all
him.
ever heard this song? I don't know if y'all listen to country, but there's this one song by Little Big Town, I think it's called. It's called Girl Crush. Y'all need
Probably
to
not
listen to
hear
that
it.
song.
Yeah,
She is
send it to us.
you hear Girl Crush,
Send it
but
in the
it's
group
like
chat.
yeah,
Yeah,
you hear
send
Girl
it.
Crush and you're kind of like, okay, so but when you listen to the words, it's like she's envying her. She wishes to be her because you have her.
Mm.
So it's one of those things where it's like, I think at the end of the day, I would never want to make my friends feel that type. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. I don't know.
The thing is that I don't. Again, I don't have an envious bone in my body.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look at nobody with envy. If you got it, good for you. But the grass ain't greener. Fuck that. I got this. I'm all right.
That part.
Yeah, you should be congratulating other people, not
Good for you. I don't look
you
at
know,
other
why
people and
that
say,
isn't me.
oh,
You gotta
I
figure out
want
what's
that
happening in your life.
too.
Yeah,
The
no.
fuck is that?
You gotta
But a
figure out
lot of
what's happening in your
females,
life.
a lot of females are very
They're
envious, and it's just
yep.
their nature.
And if you
Hey,
find
yo.
that to be somebody that you're a friend with, you can't be friends with them anymore.
And I have sometimes honestly like not even said anything and just disconnected people
And that's
for
totally
that same
fine.
reason.
Good.
Yeah.
Be out.
Yeah.
Peace. I'm good on you.
My goal is to normalize ghosting. Fuck that shit. In friends, relationships, anything. Ghosting is a real thing and should happen whenever the fuck you feel like it. Cheers.
And you know what? If as at a real friend, I feel like when you ghost, you should probably be like, "What the fuck is going on? Like, are you okay? Are you good? You
nah,
are
they
okay.
know what it is.
Deuces. Like,
They know what it is.
came back when you're ready. Like, but it should be like that. It shouldn't always just be like,
I've
oh
been
well,
ghosted.
she's ghosting me, so she's not my friend anymore.
Nah, I've been ghosted and I respect it. More power to you.
I ghosted one time and I was like, what the fuck?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. You feel away, you feel away.
Yeah.
I can't make nobody unfeel away. I'm not going to try either. We're adults. You can't communicate what your problem is. Then what's the problem? There's nothing to talk
Right.
about.
Definitely fine in friendships. If you're not feeling it no more, you can't do it no more. Be out. That's it. You don't need an explanation.
I don't need an explanation, nor am I going to give one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You don't need to give one.
Yep. So because I'm not willing to give one, I'm totally okay when someone doesn't give one to me.
Yeah.
It's just the way
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, you gotta accept it.
Yep.
It's
And you
facts.
do it the other way around. But this is a good conversation. And
This was a very good conversation. I talk too much. Sorry, guys.
nah,
No.
you don't talk too much.
No, it's good. But I actually like the fact that we were able to address certain things, especially with the guys in the comments.
Mhm.
Appreciate you,
Yeah,
Nancy
everyone-
Hugos.
Nasty Ugo. Daniel
What
the
was it?
not great.
Daniel. Then why is he not great? What was the other one? Skid.
That's
Don't
amazing.
ask that. He is Daniel the not great. Leave it
Snicks.
Yeah.
at that. Snicks. Yeah.
Appreciate
Yes.
everyone hopping in, commenting,
Yes.
listening in. Everyone else that listening all over the world. Appreciate all of you that you're with us every
Yes.
Saturday. Just talking shit and talking about some topics. Sometimes they're really serious. Sometimes other topics, just stuff that people that we
Random.
just go through on a daily basis, right? A lot of
Facts.
people don't hit those, and this is why we like to think about, like, what is it that we're going through, or we know people that go through it, and let's talk about it. So you can always email us
Let
if
me
you
pull
have
my
other
facts.
topics.
Shut up, Ed.
What?
If anyone watching right now or listening to us later, and if you have a topic you'd like us to discuss or just
Yes.
questions, please email us, or shoot us a message. We'll be happy to see if we can address it. Anna, can you tell them the email? Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. You can email us at TV112825 at
Thank you,
gmail.com.
Hugo.
And there's periods in between.
Thank you,
TP and B.
Ugo.
Or you could DM us on Instagram. One of us
Yep.
are always on, and we're always, answer any topics,
Appreciate it.
questions, anything that you want to talk about or hear. Let us know. After this, it gets posted on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So go check it out if you missed this live, and go hit that subscribe button, guys. It takes 2 seconds.
Please.
Hit the alarm.
Please. We have the
It's
views.
helping us out. Yeah.
But we don't have the subscribers and the love for it. So come on.
Yeah, nah, we hitting
Want to keep hearing us? You want to keep hearing
average
more?
quite a few
Yes.
views.
What happened, Bill?
Lately, our shorts been doing some really great views. I'll share that with you guys offline.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, that was a great show, guys. Thank you everybody also for tuning in and our craziness and respecting our craziness.
Yes, and engaging in the conversation. It keeps
Yes.
us going and gives us different perspectives as well. So
For sure. I appreciate all y'all. And I'll keep you posted on next week's topic. I might try something new and not tell y'all what we're gonna do and just be random.
So would the next one be like both me and Val not knowing?
Possibly.
Because y'all been doing this the last 2 ones. I didn't know about it.
And
So
it's
y'all
worked.
get to
I
get
like
the
the way
real
it's going.
I
reaction.
like the way it works that when we don't know what the topic is, I mean, even we
Yes.
kind of threw you for a loop. Nah,
Yeah.
y'all could talk and throw me for the loop. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
should do that one.
yeah.
Next 2
I
will be
think that might
Val.
be the next
And
one.
then me and Eva will do something and then
Yes.
surprise you. We'll switch it up. We'll switch it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And any new ideas, if y'all anything that you want to see or hear, let us know.
Yeah, I'd like to do a Q&A episode and have people like give us a bunch of questions that they'd like us to ask on live.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay, I have some plans for that.
We're open book.
Cool.
Don't try not to be no wild with it, but but thank you everybody. Appreciate all of y'all from the TV family. We love y'all. My name's Anastasia. Never average, never savage, always average.
And I'm Eva the
definitely-
Oh, you said that way backwards, but it's
And
all right.
and I am sober today for the first
Yo,
time.
you ain't even drinking. I'm here sipping
I'm
on this honey and
I'm under the weather a little bit, so I didn't want to drink. But I'm just gonna leave it at my name is Anastasia. That's the next.
And I'm Eva the Diva. Love y'all. Peace out.
And as always, stay logically valid. Be Mac. Y'all have a great night. Thank you all. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.